Alrighty. Looks like we are up. One, two. I'm looking at my stream.
Can I just have the information shown for my action search?
It is. What do you mean? Tell me what you
Oh
mean.
wait, never mind. Wrong button. I was looking up for the wrong button.
Bert. Trying to go live. You ruined it. No, you're fine.
Derp, 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 derp.
It is a derp. That's right. I got flagged on YouTube for using a song. We're gonna have to make our own version of it because apparently
Oh,
someone has it
gotta do a
copyrighted.
parody.
Like what
That's
the hell?
some BS.
It's sad.
That's some BS.
It is, but hey, you know, we live on the edge. So
You do it anyway.
let me check my cam 1 second here, folks. We're a little off today. I'm gonna boom. Okay. Sometimes the cam will lag. I don't know why. Okay. I think we're live. I think we're looking pretty. I think we've got our Friday night D&D group here, the North American Tour group, ready to play some Lost Mines of Phandelver. Episode 3. It's episode 3 for y'all. That's right. Y'all are a little ahead of the game over your British counterparts who are on Sundays, who are they just finished the first attack. So y'all can watch a little bit, but y'all might want to give them a couple more weeks before y'all watch any of their show, since y'all are ahead of them, just so that thanks. Oh really, you're gonna start trying to, okay, so I'll let you know you can't use packs in your own game, young lady, okay?
Oh, I know. You know who this is for.
Yeah, exactly. So we're actually going to get some more. We're actually going to thinking about, hey, Merc, Dot, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so we're actually going to move the inspiration card decks. What creature is Tiefling? So Tiefling is a mixture of human and, what do we consider them? It's not devil. They got horns. Infernal,
They have demon-like features.
It's a 5e. It's a 5e creature that was developed for the game. I don't know. Let me see. Does the Tiefling have a good shot of one? Usually. So this is the one that comes with the book. They do have some influence of, not goat, no, it's actually a demon, but kind of the darker side, but they can straddle the dark side, the edges of demonology or whatever, but some of them are ruled by some type of demon, but they can still be chaotic good. I don't know if I've ever had a tiefling that's been lawful good, but I'm sure maybe it's possible. I don't know, what is it? I have to look. Apologize, you threw me. That's a nice little question curveball there. RK Crocker, thanks for dropping by. So we're just getting started. We're down one player. Our Aarakocra Ranger Meek is unfortunately had to cancel at the last minute. Something came up. Maybe he'll jump into the call later on, or let me know if he's back home. But our other players here tonight, like I said, our North American tour group. We've got some Canadians, Canucks north of the border, and we've got some Americans here. The North American continent, basically, playing Lost Mines of Phandelver, and in their posts and all that. Then on Sundays at 2:00, we have the Brits. The Brits have invaded the channel. We've got two couples that are close friends that have been wanting to play for a while, just like these people here. And we run this module multiple times on the channel a year for beginners, because it is a great, well thought out, developed module. I haven't done any of the essential kits add-ons that play off of Phandalin and all that. I need to read up on them more and possibly run those sometime, but I really love this module. It is a great module to run from a DM standpoint of view of ramping up and slowly moving and learning all the bits and pieces. And for the characters, it's got a little flair of everything that you need to experience the 5e game. So with that said, and me flapping my lips any longer, let's get our introductions out of the way, and we'll get a recap. and we'll get the action started. Bert, you're up first.
Oi, my name's Austin, IRL. In game, my name is Bert. I'm a half orc and I'm a fighter. I'm also a pirate and I'm looking for a ship.
Lover. There's a fighter and the lover. Devious.
Sorry. Hey, I'm Scott, aka Devious. I am a
Didn't know that.
a cleric. Sorry, I'm a cleric, a human cleric, and basically looking to get rich or die trying.
Oh, devious makes me laugh. Doze, you're next. Oh, hold on, here it comes.
One moment
really?
as the channel pauses in recognition for the presence of murderous in chat. We humbly bow before you.
All right, young lady, boy, you give them little toys, you give them the little things, and they just love playing with them all.
What am I supposed to do? Just sit and look at it?
No, you use it. You could get on the other shows. So
I do.
Yeah, but but you're fine there. Yeah. So, but I have had people in the past try to play a healing potion card on their own character when they're playing, and
oh no, but I use the ones I can.
Yeah, you can't affect your own game.
I can't use the game ones.
That's anyway. Anyway,
yeah. So
well, introduce yourself, please.
Deb, Dozarian, or Doze. I'm a half elf rogue working on a thief. I'm going to look for shiny stuff and sell crap to people for too much money.
Sounds like a plan. And Zalia.
Hi, I'm Clarice. I'm playing as Zalia, a tiefling bard who's just trying to either get enough money to pay back for tricking the wrong people or hoping they will never find me.
Okay. And like I said, we're missing our Aarakocra Ranger Meek, and I will play him tonight, as though he will stay in the background a lot, just to do his normal attack duties or things like that, to protect the rest of the group as they play out. The map before us, the group made their way out of Waterdeep under the guise of taking a shipment of goods to Barthen's Provisions House in the town of Phandelver, not Phandalin, sorry. Along the way, they knew they were tracking or right behind two individuals, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker and another man by Sildar, who they were alerted that Gundren and his brothers, the Rockseeker brothers, have discovered a long-lost treasure, an ancient artifact of some sort of great power, that they're trying to get to, and they were getting some supplies in Waterdeep because their own area in the Tribord Trail area have been several of the caravans and such and shipments to the area have been hijacked, waylaid, stolen, and the town is in dire need of some supplies. So they were there to get some stuff and take back to the town and then continue seeking this treasure. And some of the minions of the haberdashery overheard this, alerted Praetor. He hired this group, a new group of adventurers that he was looking to hire, and set off on this task to get to know the town, find out what's going on there, put a stop to the hijackings, and then find out what the brothers know, find out where this treasure's at, and get it and bring it back to him. So as they made their way up the long road and then over to the Tribord Trail, they came upon a couple of dead horses that had been ambushed, or the riders had been ambushed, and the riders were no longer there. They dispatched some goblins that were sitting there, trying to waylay more passerbyers or them, waiting for some of them. They were there. They killed the goblins, found the tracks that looks like some two heavy objects had been dragged away, along with whatever the goods that were on the horses that all had been taken. There was a map case on the road, fallen. It was just discarded on the road. That was empty, and they decided, instead of going to take the wagon on into town, that was about another day's ride away, they decided to follow the tracks into the woods, overcame a couple of traps, and found this little area where a small creek was coming out of a cave of a small little mountain, cliff area. They took out some more goblins that were kind of stationed, posted out the front, and basically came through here, and by the skin of their teeth, they were able to take out some goblins. Harem Hale, critical fumble. Really? Really? Already? Okay, a critical. Okay, I see how we're gonna be tonight. I'm not gonna play with gloves. You know what? I'm taking the gloves off then. That's how we're gonna be. But they, so they searched this area. Like I said, they found multiple goblins and a bugbear that was kind of living in here. Tons of goods. Basically, they think they have found, or at least they have, understanding that the Lion Shield Coster, they know, was a group here that had some good stolen from them. Praetor had some good stolen from the Haberdashery group, and they have found boxes, crates, trade goods stacked in multiple areas of the cave system here. They took out the goblins. They took out the bugbear. They then on the eastern side was where they found the goods and the bugbear. On the western side over here, they found some more goblins in a little cave, and they found an elder gentleman, long-haired older gentleman that had the snot beat out of him, and was on death's bed and was groaning. I don't believe. Okay, so y'all have identified him. I guess y'all have, or you have. I don't know. I don't think y'all had a conversation with him yet, though, right?
No, he's kind of
Yeah, so
beaten up.
maybe I identified him too soon. But he does not. But you can definitely tell. Yes, he was on death's doorstep. The goblins had really done a number on him, or something had. He had no provisions, nothing on him except just his undergarments and such that he would normally, a normal human or humanoid would wear under armor and all that. And they. That's where we left off. They took that out. They found a couple more traps, some other items kind of laying around. I think Bert, didn't you? Or I thought you had you'd set off the fire trap. Maybe you didn't. There was a trap over here. But
He did.
he
It
did
ended
set it
my
off.
life.
I thought I did. Yeah. Okay. Okay, but you have had so they've been given you should have had a long rest, so everything should be reset. Taking our time. Sildar has kind of come to. He's a little bit better. He's gotten about half his hit points back, so he's rested up. Y'all have fed him a little bit. He has definitely. He's a little groggy still. He's got a pretty good thump on the back of his head. Was there any questions or anything that y'all wanted to?
I would like to take a potion from the party thing and put it in my inventory.
Okay.
I don't have.
Yep. So what you do is, because y'all found a few, you take you open up your character sheet and go to your inventory tab, so it's showing there. Then you can open up the party sheet, grab the shield. So you drag one of them and drop it in your inventory. Now you just have to just drag that over, and it will move one over. Yeah, and it will drop it into your inventory. Now, yeah. So you've got a potion. So let me see. You hadn't identified them yet, but I'll identify it for you.
So we don't know that they're.
You didn't know what they were really yet,
potions.
but okay. That's your give me for tonight. Yeah, so when you find, just so you know, if
That's
learning, when you
soon.
find magical items, you have to identify them. So
And
go ahead.
Devious, can you identify?
Sorry, you broke up. What did you say? Can I identify?
Correct.
Devious does.
Uh,
He doesn't have the spell. I think he hasn't got it
No.
prepared. I don't know. It's something that can he learn at first level. Let me see what's going on. Inspiration card for does. Oh, okay. Someone's. All right. 1 second. On your spell casting, let me look at cleric spells. Does he have identify? No, he doesn't have identify. Clerics do not identify. It is magic users or those who the wizard spellcasting. So Zalia will be your identifier if she needs to learn the identify spell when she levels up next time. She didn't take it this time. But
No, I did not.
so you can take it, and what we allow in the game is that you can you can cast it as a ritual, which is a 10-minute version of the spell. Basically, you do it during rest and all that, and you can cast it and learn it back, and that's how most people identify stuff. You do it during your downtime. You can have it as a regular spell and cast it if you need to something while you're traveling about without being able to take a rest, but you at least have to have the identify spell prepared in your active list to be able to use it that way. If not, then you're going to have to pay people or find those who can identify and have them pay for it. Now, so apparently we've already got a inspiration card purchase. So let's roll that up for Doze. So Doze, I need you to roll me a D20, please. Por favor. All right, so you rolled a 14. That's going to be from the silver cards. Okay, so if you will, should have a pop-up. You'll roll on that table, please. Let's see what you got.
So I have to roll a 24.
No, so see the up at the top of the table there. There's a little button that says roll. That will roll a d24 for you. Yeah. So there you go. Defend the fallen. So you have this card. Choose an ally who has been reduced to 0 hit points. As long as you are conscious and adjacent to that ally, they cannot be harmed further until they recover. Or basically, given a healing potion. Yeah. So because you can still be
touching.
So they basically, what can happen is that you can actually, even while you're going through death saves, you can actually be killed outright. You know, you could be sitting there fighting, and let's say a fireball goes off and it takes out everybody, and the person's still trying to go through death saves on the ground. They basically start failing death saves and can die outright. That's what that means. So you're basically shielding somebody.
And that's only good through this session?
No, you can save your inspiration cards. If you remember, I have them in the big notes banner icon on the right hand side of Fantasy Grounds. You can click on that, and there will be a entry that says inspiration cards, and y'all will see that, and you can see who they've been given to so far. Well, Meek's got one, and Doze has got one now. And so you can hold on to it and use. You can have up to 3 before you have to use and get rid of one if you get another one. Okay? I will track those for y'all. Now,
how do we use them?
You just tell me. You can use the inspiration card at any time. At any time you want. Not a problem. All right. So, anything else we're doing before we begin? I mean, questions? Y'all are doing a rest. Don't know, y'all could choose where you want to do the rest. Your party is kind of split, so I'm going to assume that you possibly may have come back over to, let's just say y'all came back over here to the bigger area.
After I picked up my bow, my arrows, and checked out.
Yeah, you and your arrows, whatever.
Yeah, I want to pick up my arrows too.
You can pick up your arrows. Well, you find supplies here. And we'll say that there is a small little few quivers of arrows so that you can fill out and get resupply everything that you shot. Okay? We will allow that because we're a gracious DM, no matter what else everybody says.
But those other boxes in that lower area that we just left, there wasn't anything. There were no chests or anything.
Not in the the Goblin barrack side over where you found Sildar, there were not supplies over there. The Bugbear seems to be hoarding everything on this side, on the eastern side. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So is this guy conscious enough to be questioned about?
So we're going to say y'all had a long rest. Because so normally when I do it, when I allow you to level up, you have to have a long rest along with it. Okay, it won't take place during the middle of a game. It'll always usually be at the end of a game, but it'll also be at a time when you have a rest. So that will happen. So we've had a long rest. Everybody should be. Let me look. Have y'all? You can check off. Y'all have used a couple. You need to check off another ration. Y'all have used 3 rations so far. So make sure you've checked off 3. All right. We do track rations and torches here. We also have abilities. We track healing potions, and we haven't really done it with them yet, but they're going to start tracking coins. So, and I'm going to add those in here for the next game, and there'll actually be an item in your inventory called coins on person. And that number has to equal the number of coins that show in your treasure down below your inventory area. Those numbers have to match up because coins do have a weight, and you just can't have thousands of gold coins in your person and not have any weight associated with it. So we do actually track that for encumbrance, so that you're not running around like Mr. Moneybanks thinking you can carry 20 items and 10,000 coins and, try to carry 10,000 pennies in your pocket. That's, stuff like that. So with that being said,
has anybody that used torches want extra that I can give them?
you can, so everybody that gets them in the pack, hold on to them. You can carry them, people, so they'll weigh other people down. Y'all need them because you have 2, Meek and Devious cannot see in the dark. The other 3.
So I could just put mine in the party sheet, right?
You can, if you just don't want to hold on to them, but then somebody else has to grab them. The party sheet just can't be sitting there as like a dump all place that you just want to put stuff and nobody has to be worried about how much it weighs and all that. If you've got them right now, hold on to them. And if you're talking about you don't want to carry them anymore, then we'll find a way to take care of that after the session. Okay, or you can hand them out or something like that. We can spread them out across the other people who need them. But you are correct. So for those who have blind sight, dark vision, you wouldn't want to carry torches because you don't need them. That makes sense. So, but they come with a pack. So we will address that. But good question. So yes, y'all have had a long rest up in this area. Have refreshed a little bit. You have washed the wounds and the blood off of you from the pond, the little runoff, a little holding tank that's up to the north there. Sildar has come around, cleaned him up a little bit. He's healed some, and he basically does begin to stir a little bit, and he kind of briefly, once he kind of gets a bearing of where he's at, he's suspecting a little shock, and he kind of jumps back, protecting himself, just a normal response from someone that had been beaten a little bit. But then you could kind of see his eyes as he's accustomed, and he's seeing the group of you there that are not goblins and a big ass ugly bugbear. You see his eyes, he kind of relaxes, and he passes out for a while longer, basically, knowing that he's not being tormented. So the night passes through, and he finally wakes up, and he introduces himself as Sildar Hallwinter. He is a human, an elder gentleman, probably in his 60s, and he thanks you for releasing him from those vile beasts that attacked him ruthlessly, him and his companion that he was traveling with on the road. And then he does ask, have you seen a dwarf? Have you seen my friend Gundren? Is he here?
Well, that's what we were going to ask you. We've been sent here to look for you. We were sent on a mission by Praetor to look for you.
Doge, you're not supposed to tell nobody that.
I'm not?
No!
Yeah, you're told not to tell anybody.
No, remember you were sent in secret to find out what's going on, Doze. See, this is why we
Secret from
have
everybody
rejects.
else, but
See?
these are the people that he wanted
Let's
us
just
to
kill him now.
find.
Yeah. you're supposed to find out what
He
they're
knows too
doing.
much.
No witnesses.
So much for the rogue being roguish.
So
Wow.
my notes are lacking. I might have
Yes.
had a little too much whiskey.
So let's review one more time. Let's back that roll up for let's take two, and that you were sent. This is a secret mission. You're supposed to ingratiate yourself with the community. You're supposed to find Gundren, find him and his brothers, and find out what they're doing, and track them. Follow them, and not let anybody know. Yeah. I know, I know. It's shame. The shame
He's my
post.
inspiration.
Yeah, and find out what they're doing and get this whatever this magic item is, whatever get it and bring it back, and then also you determine and then stop the caravans from being waylaid and all the trade goods being stolen. But yeah, you're not supposed to tell anybody what you're doing.
I'm gonna go hide in a corner. You guys let me know when you want to leave.
Yeah, so
Wow.
right as she starts to say that, Meat comes around with his his feathered arm and all that. Someone else want to try?
I'll give it a try. So you're Sildar. No, you're the only non-goblinoid person we've seen here. Do you have any idea where they could have taken him?
If he's not here, no, that concerns me. We were traveling from Waterdeep with a few supplies and had checked in with some of the trade organizations in Waterdeep because we have been dealing, the Phandalin in this area have been dealing with thefts and banditry on the highway. And he kind of begins to look and he starts surveying the area and he begins to see some of the trade goods and his eyes kind of open up and he goes, I recognize some of those brands. And he goes, this very well could be the reason for him. Wow. You may have actually stopped. This may be the group who has been, causing the issues and stealing stuff off the roads. But he, and his friend, were to check in and they were placing some more orders and alerting the trade organizations about what was happening on the Tribor Trail, and were then headed back to Phandalin. He had met Gundren in Neverwinter. They kind of hit it off at a pub, and Sildar, though he says, yes, I have been part of the Griffin Cavalry. I was part of the Griffin Cavalry in Waterdeep for many years, but now was slowly retiring, and I had caught wind of of some of the issues that were happening in the area. And when Gundren said he was going to head to Waterdeep to check in and with some orders some supplies, I told him that if he didn't mind, I would follow him. We would travel together because two's better than one. And we would head to Waterdeep, check in there, make some contacts, since we both seem to be concerned about the lack of supplies in the area. I have a friend of mine, a fellow wizard by the name of Larno Albrecht, who I have been working with and already has sent him here a couple of months ago to find out more information, what's happening in Phandalin in the area. And I have not heard back from him in a few weeks, and so I've gotten concerned. And so I told Gundren, asked Gundren if he didn't mind, I was going to go ahead and continue on, and we traveled together on up to Phandalin. And it was when we got to that little runoff area, that little ravine area, we were waylaid by some goblins and the bugbear, and they killed the horses and they knocked us out and took. Next thing I knew, I woke up and I was in a cave area. Not here. I don't. I thought it was in this cave area, but I was surrounded by a bunch of goblins, who just basically were mean, and didn't care for me. Threw stuff at me, kicked me, barely fed me, um, trying to get me, trying to get information about what the Gundren and his brothers were doing, which I don't know, honestly. Um, I tried to tell them that, but they must have thought Gundren knew more, and I don't know where he's at though.
All right. Do you want us to take you somewhere?
Well,
Um,
well, I
is
was
there
headed to
anything
Phandalin.
we? All right. And do you have any idea how we could help find Gandring? Anyone that could possibly know some information?
I'm very concerned. I'm hoping maybe Larno will have information in Phandalin if hopefully he's just not getting my communications. Um, but I had hoped to learn what was happening with the area, helping the brothers, Rockseeker brothers, reopen. They had a map. He said he had a map to an old mine located up in the mountains, the Sword Mountains areas, and that was my hope to help him out that, and I figured I might even retire in Phandalin, and help the city. This area has been beset by, bad things for quite some time, and it was my understanding that it was just starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Things were starting to turn when these thefts began to happen. Um, and he just kind of rubs his head a little bit, and I remember the goblin said something about Black Spider. Um, that someone named Black Spider sent words to that bugbear they called Clarg, that the Black Spider wanted the dwarf. That's right. So they did take him somewhere. Um, so I have no idea who or what the Black Spider is, but they did know, or this individual did know about Gundren, because they also wanted his map to what he called the Wave Echo Cave. And though I did not really get to study the map, Gundren kept it to himself, pretty close to his chest. Maybe someone in Phandalin will know. The only way to know for certain is to get there.
All right, guys, we're going to Phandalin.
Yeah, we need to and I need to find my friend Larno.
Why don't we leave two of us here with the supplies? Three of you take him and pick up the wagon and go in and get our gold, and then come back and get the rest of these supplies.
I'm really not wanting to split us up.
Yeah, don't think it's the best course.
I'm willing to. So as you could tell, I have Sildar. It looks like I have no money on me at the moment, but I do have my contacts in the factions and the groups that I am associated with, and I can get the party 50 gold pieces if you will provide escort to me to Phandalin. From there, I can check in with the money exchange. I can get you your gold and have it with you within the day. That I promise.
And I want to pull the party away from Sildor for a second.
You may.
Yeah.
He says, "Please, I understand that you don't know me. Please step aside. I will." He's basically, he hadn't even got off the ground barely. He's still recovering and all that. But he says, "I understand. Please go take conference with yourself. I am not offended by it."
If this guy's completely healed up, is he a threat? We need to figure that out. Two.
He's only halfway healed right now, just so you know.
Right, but if he's fully healed, what are his capabilities? Are
You
we
don't
better
know.
off just taking
Well,
his under? We don't know. So we don't know who
I
this
don't
guy
see
is.
any weapons. I'm
He
already
has nothing on
5.
him. That's right.
But we're on point with the mission we were sent to. So grab the cart, throw them in it. And I suggest we head to
Phandalin.
Phandalin.
that place. Yep. Shit.
Are you sure you want to tell them about your secret mission again, Doze?
Talking to my party. Stop it. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just gonna talk to my guys.
That with me.
All right, let's take him to Phandalin. And hopefully we'll be able to get some more information there.
Get in his good graces and just be, kosher and see if he'll if we can probe him on the way. Someone can ride in the cart with him and probe him for.
Sure.
I suggest not me.
I can go with him with a cart.
I'm human, so I can go with him if you.
He is human. Right? Yep.
And I can't keep a secret, so I'm gonna get on a horse. Hopefully our horse and our cart might still be there. If not, I guess we're hoofing it.
Alright, guess we're on our way then.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just ride the shoulders of the thief.
Hey, can anyone mount Meek?
What? Not like that. No, he's not. He's not a mountable. I mean, you probably could carry something, but he would have to make so his flight checks. He has to have strength checks to be able, to carry somebody and do stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it's possible.
Would he be able to carry a gnome if we had a gnome at the party?
Possibly, but they're a shorter person. He would still have from time to time have to make strength checks to not tire out and suffer from exhaustion. Just so you know.
I'm just saying, we might as well use him since he's not here.
Yeah, throw a saddle on him. Ride him, chicken.
Oh my! All right. So, so you're headed out. What's the plan? Once again, so what's going on? Y'all have had a side conference.
So first things first, I guess we're gonna go check and see if our cart and that is still there.
Well, might as well take Sildar while we're at it.
And see if he's good with our plan. I think you might be able to maybe even get some more gold out of him. He's pretty destitute and on his own. Has anybody got a good charisma? Can go tell him it's going to cost him twice that to get a ride?
I'm not sure. I'll try and talk him into it.
Y'all, this is y'all's show, not mine.
So I have good charisma. I can talk to him, I guess. I just don't know if it would work. Like, he is pretty beat up right now. But I'll give it a try. Hey, Sildar. Hi. So,
yes,
we can give you a ride to Phandalin.
Nice. I appreciate it. I'm in your debt for already saving my life.
Yeah, so about that, for a ride on a wagon, that's gonna be a little more expensive because you have to go back and pick her stuff and pick the horses. So, like, can you up the payment, maybe, my friend, buddy?
I don't understand. 50 gold is a lot of money. You want more?
Yeah, we kind of like, oh man, we kind of like not. Like, we need the money, and we do have a lot of other jobs that we could be taking. So, Could I possibly roll for persuasion?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what. Yeah, you're. You may make me a persuasion check in the tower. All right, not bad, not bad. So where's Come here, Sildar. You've got to do a save for me, buddy. Okay. So he.
You had the critical thing, didn't you, from the viewers?
That's not. That's for attacks. That's not for. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Critical fumble for DM. Basically failing on attack. This is on checks and saves. Um, he he begins to pick himself up off the ground, and he says, I understand that your time is precious. I Although, as you can tell, I have no means to pay you. I have to get to town to do anything, but unfortunately, be as it may, this is you have saved my life. I do appreciate that, but I need to get to Phandalin, and I will not hold y'all up anymore. But I unfortunately would not agree to 50. I think 50 gold is a lot of money for someone that I was willing to pay to get me under escort. Uh, and he begins to, limp off out of the area.
Sildar, wait up.
You rolled a 20, Zalia, and he basically, that was actually a very good roll. He rolled a dead ass 20 straight up.
God damn it,
Sildar! So he kind of hobbles, and he's, though he is healing a little bit there, he is still badly damaged, and he has to lean up against the wall a couple of times. But you can tell that he is a man of, of conviction.
Let's just take him into town, Dad.
Yeah.
Sildar, listen, I don't want you to die. You seem like a nice dude. But you're very weak right now, so fine, we'll do it for the 50. Just don't get yourself killed.
Well, I appreciate that. I need to truly. Time is of the essence now. If this is, we've got goblins and whoever this black spider is. There's other things happening in this area that do not bode well for those who live here, who travel through the area, and all that. And I cannot let that continue on. And I must get to Phandalin.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
What about the rest of your party?
Alright, let's just go.
Okay. So Meek agrees too. And Meek will he'll kind of help Sildar, kind of prop him up. And y'all can make your way out of the cavern. Sildar pauses when he passes by what he can barely see are some wolves and all that. They seem to have eaten something in there. Uh-huh. Okay. So then we are back to alrighty, shared road.
Are you sure we don't want wolf pelts? Just saying.
It's up to y'all. You can leave him chained there.
I'm good.
Just asking. I can't do nothing crazy without you guys.
Okay, if y'all remember, Here we are. We're back to this map. Y'all had left the wagon. Come out of the tree line here. You've got Sildar with you. Now, we're up off the top of the map. Let me actually show this a little bit better. Come in here. Basically, you're coming. Meek's got Sildar. And y'all are moving. Okay, so y'all are following the trail. And it takes, about half a day, what it was. And y'all make your way through the pass area and begin to notice the trail. And you're getting closer to where you believe you stored the wagon. Who's leading the group?
Not it.
I would
What time
do
of day
it.
is it? Is early morning?
No, it's It's about afternoon now. Sildar doesn't travel fast, and y'all are on foot. You remember? So.
Wait, isn't Meek a ranger?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What is his favorite terrain?
His favorite terrain, I will tell you, is mountains. Not
God
forest.
damn it, Meek!
I will checking for traps along the way.
You're fine. Yeah, y'all follow the trail
tracks.
back. Yeah, no, you don't see any new tracks other than typical animal tracks in the area. Now hold on, Doze. Hold on there, Skippy. Get your butt back. I'll put you on the maps for a reason. Who's leading?
Not me.
I will.
Okay, so you can, if you're gonna move up front. Okay, now you're making the move. You can make me a perception check. Those.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see if the butterflies got a hold of you. Any pretty butterflies floating in the air, distracting you. My music is awful.
But I'm actively searching. Is that not an investigation?
You could do either one, but I just tell you they're a little bit different. If you read the instructions, perception is basically kind of seeing. You're just kind of paying attention to all that's going around you. Investigating means you're actually looking or checking at a particular object. You're looking at it, investigating for a clue, some type of aspect of what you're looking at. Perception is kind of a general catch-all for your surroundings and all that. That's usually why we call for perception, because you're trying to maintain, or you may perceive that, like I said, when y'all first came in there, the wind wasn't blowing or there was no animal sound, stuff like that.
But you're the god, so
no, I'm just but you can asking, you won't know. Some people like to use investigation at different times than a perception. In this aspect at the moment, though, you once again, as you're moving through the trees and getting closer, noticing that you're moving up on your wagon, it is quiet again. And you hear some rustling around and some grunting where you think you left your wagon.
So I want to let the party know that we've got people sniffing around our wagon.
You hear some.
Could be dogs, could be half starved.
Maybe.
You hear.
Maybe so.
And I'm gonna draw my bow.
You hear something moving around. A couple, some grunts.
Wow! Look at how good you hit him.
Oh God, now what?
You hit him real good. Good job.
Who's Harlem? Someone's a friend of Doz's. That's got to be a friend of yours. Somebody, because.
I think it's a Star Trek buddy.
Is that what it is? Okay. Okay, now we see. Okay, so now you just. I'm like, someone's getting all the love tonight. Let's check this out. So I've got an inspiration card. Okay, a critical hit. Okay, and a critical fumble for me. All right, what's the question, Zalia?
Can I try to be more stealthy while we make our way?
Well,
Just try.
Doze is stopped, has heard something rustling up ahead, and has alerted the group. So,
Can I try and make a perception check to
you can
see it?
move up closer if you want. Doze, if you want to move, it depends on how you want to move. You guys actually can put me. You can put myself in. You can do initiative rolls for me. Actually, let's just do it that way. Sildar will hang back. Those initiative, please. Okay, so we'll sit here, and Meek will move off here, and he will motion for Sildar. Sildar still doesn't have a weapon on him, but is still fairly weak, and Meek will position himself and pull out his longbow and kind of steady it and kind of scan the area. He can't. You're in the thicket of trees and and all that and brush line and all that. So he could try to fly up above ahead, but y'all really wouldn't be able to see them that well because y'all are still in the thick of the forest area. Okay. So that being said, he's going to hold his position over Sildar and let y'all decide. Next is Zalia then.
Do I know where the wagon is?
Kind of the area. Yep, you do. In relation to where
Okay,
you're
I
at right
see
now.
it. The square over there.
That's correct.
I think I'll just try to move a little closer and try to see something.
May move.
Can I? Should I do stealth?
You tell me what you want to do.
I want to be stealthy, so.
Okay, so you're going to make a stealth roll in the tower for me. Okay. Now, so you begin to. What is your movement? That's just so you're trying to move stealth. That lets me know. Now, what are you trying to do? Okay.
I'm gonna move over there.
You creep up. All right.
Yeah. Do I hear or see anything besides what?
You can make me a perception check. You can make me a perception check at disadvantage because you're being stealthy. So you're trying to concentrate more on that than what's going on around, than trying to perceive. Okay. The only thing you know is the does alerted you to is that you heard it's kind of quiet. You don't hear birds chirping, but off toward the wagon area, you did hear a couple of grunts and something kind of moving around in the trees, not being very quiet about it.
I'm going to.
You hear your horse. One of your horses all of a sudden kind of, belts out a neigh. The oxen are sniffing, snorting.
Well, I'm going to cast Blade Ward on my.
Okay. You can. You know how to do it. All right.
And I guess I'm done.
Doze.
So.
Critical hit for Bert. Go ahead.
I don't have any advantage or disadvantages going on with all that stuff. My Star Trek buddies.
Nothing that's been given. You have a critical hit, right? That was given to you. Yeah.
Okay,
if you
so
attack
I'm
something.
going to just kind of dash over because they're not paying attention. I know something's going on by the wagon, so I'm gonna dash over kind of southwesterly, staying in the brush, and then try to be stealthy once I get there.
Okay, so
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're basically dashing through the woods real quick.
If I dash,
over
is
the
that
hills we go. What now?
is that my? If I dash, is that
Laughing
my
although
action?
If you dash, that is your movement. Yes.
But not my action.
If you dash that, so if you do your regular movement, that's 30 feet. A dash is moving twice your feet, so it is an action. You can move 60 feet. You got to make sure when you say dash that you understand what you mean by that, because that actually is a term to do your movement twice within one round, which basically means you can't do an
Right.
attack action then.
So not gonna dash, just gonna move my 30 foot and get my stealth on, and then do a perception check.
Okay. So make your
I don't know.
movement.
Is that something I can do?
Yes, that is something you can do. Okay. Move through there. Now you can make me a stealth roll in the tower. Okay.
And I have action left. I can hold it.
An attack action, yes, you may. The area goes, you're moving through Doze, and you reach an area and you're hearing some rustling off by the wagons and all that, and you see some movement through the trees and all that, and then that movement stops and it gets quiet. You do not hear anything moving. Devious. You have no idea what's going on up ahead of you.
I'm just gonna move ahead. That's it.
Okay. Okay. You don't see. What did Salia? I don't believe you saw. You might walk past her, briefly seeing something, but you have no idea where Doze is at. She ran off into the north of the forest. You don't hear anything happening.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up my crossbow and then I guess can I do a hold action as
Mm-hmm. You sure can.
all right, so I'll pull up my crossbow and I'll hold.
Okay. Bert, you're up.
I'm gonna dash to.
Is that what you're gonna do?
That's what I'm gonna do.
God bless him.
Tribute.
Bert, yeah, you run right into. You run through the tree line. You begin to see your cart is there. The horses have been pulled off to a tree area right here. They were attached to the cart. Oh, did I? God darn, I just shut my map down. Hit the wrong button. Come here. And they're right here. They've been tied to, you see them, their saddles, your saddles and stuff have all been thrown on the ground. You come around to look and you're, God bless you, you get to see two individuals crouched down, looking, watching you come running through the, what is this now? Healing potion for Devious, really? My lord. Harem. Okay. I mean, Harlem.
He's gonna need it. Just tell
Harlem.
the
Well,
truth.
that's for Devious. This is for Bert. Well, my first attack's with a fumble, so I'm going to miss that first attack. So that takes care of that card. So they both fired longbows at you. The first one misses, but the second
They're
one...
not even willing to talk. They're just shooting at me.
Yeah, they're shooting
I'm just
at
a
you.
random guy coming out of the bushes.
Well, you're not ran into them because they don't like you. Snag you with a arrow. Would you make me a perception check, please, Bert? At disadvantage? As you came crashing through the underbrush there, running. You sounded like a bull in a china shop when you did that. There was nothing stealthy about what you did. But you're pretty certain, I guess you knew that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, Bert, what you didn't
We
see
need our doom song.
is, yes, that you ran past the tree line. Well, there was one sneak that was hiding on the other side of the tree, and he comes out behind you, Bert, and you had no idea he was there. And he has a long sword, and he comes up behind you to shiv you with the longsword. Oh my gosh! He missed! Even with advantage. Wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Can I use my hold action?
So you can make me perception check at advantage because you've still got some tree lines there. But you can see them roaring. Basically, you saw Bert run through there, and this thing kind of comes sneaking up behind him. So you see this creature that snuck up behind Bert. Looks like this. Definitely knows how to handle themselves.
And I have a critical, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So does Devious, right? Let's see. Yeah, no, Bert. Oh, okay. Well, Bert,
Yeah, Bert.
if you survive this. No, okay. You may hit remember how to do it now? So basically, the plus minus symbol in the upper right, you know how to? Okay. All right. You can turn that on and just give them the damage. Yep.
So I don't have to roll for the hit?
You do not. It's automatic. Yep. That was gifted to you. That's correct. Take him out. As he was swinging to kill Bert, your arrow strikes him in the back of the head, and sword hits the tree, and it crumples on the ground, and Bert just kind of goes, huh? Unaware.
Silent.
There was something behind her.
Hurrah. Inner dance party.
Okay.
Working as a team.
Okay. Zalia.
Me.
You heard all that. You saw your Bert crash right by you. Unaware that you were standing right next to a tree, and something died.
Okay. Well,
You don't see the other two yet. Well, it depends on your movement. But at the moment, you have no idea the other two. They're kind of crouched behind the wagon.
Okay. I'm going to stealthily keep moving.
Okay. You make me another stealth check in the tower, and then make your movement. Okay. Make your movement, please.
I think I did it.
You did. There you go. You move up to the tree line, and you will see the other goblins. They are pointing their arrows. Well, you see what they're. You can make me a nature check if you would like.
You messed up real bad.
Pardon? I will come visit y'all's show. And give the DM critical hits. Okay. So you will recognize these creatures.
What are they?
Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins.
They are cunning.
Sounds like something.
Yeah, they are cunning, disciplined warriors who crave conquest. They live in a. They are definitely greater cousins of the goblins. They are strict military individuals, and they'll run with goblins and hobgoblins, but these guys are frontline murder, huge infantry type, warrior type individuals.
Sounds like something I'll have fun killing. Okay, but they don't see me, or do they?
They were pointing arrows. They shot at Bert, and then they watched their companion just drop to the ground right behind them.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have a disadvantage roll, don't I?
For what?
From last.
It's not it resets.
All right.
So
Thank God. Okay, so I'm good.
Yeah.
On that case, I will cast Dissonant Whisper on Hobgoblin.
He failed. Anything you want to say?
No, it just says it makes a horrible sound.
Look what you did to him.
Oh, I killed him. Okay, well, stop stealing my shit.
Long distance high five, bitch. I love you.
Okay, anything else, Alia?
Think I'm good for now.
Okay, that's your turn. Doze.
Okay, so I'm going to move and shoot, I think.
Yeah, you don't have a shot on the other hobgoblin. Everything that's going on right now. Yep.
But I want to. They know we're here, so I'm not even gonna try to be stealthy. But I'm going to move up and do a perception check to see if there's anyone else around. Like, because we had that sneaky guy show up behind him. And he was out. Well, no, they were all pretty close to the thing. So I'm going to get a little closer first.
Okay. Hi, kitty. Show them what you're doing.
Gonna move about there.
Yep. Yeah, you don't see. You can see out into the the ravine area and the court. The veil. There's not. You don't see anything else moving. You see the two. You saw the bodies. You see one other hobgoblin standing there. Very upset. You can see him very pissed. He's now his friend. Two of his friends are dead. Plugs him with a bow. Ugh. Struck deep, but did not take him out. He pulls the arrow, rips it out, throws it at the ground at you, turns his longbow. He yells out some vile, some type of curse. Where was my goblin? Um, not hub. Yeah, but he yells out, shoots. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had a crit. Woo, now you got that back. I was like, why did I get that? That's because I was the one. I had a fumble.
You critical fumble.
Yeah, I did have another critical. Wait, that was why? I had that turned on. Why did I do that? Maybe I was trying to tell that. My bad. Let me give that back to you. Because that's true. Doze doesn't get it. I have another fumble. His bow breaks as he's pulling it back. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to cast the Tree. Make my voice 3 times as loud. Basically saying to him, throw down your weapons, and you potentially might live to see the morning. Otherwise, I will kill you and hunt down your entire bloodline. Your choice.
He hears his booming voice, and then he yells out, something in a language you don't understand. But he throws his bow down and he's drawing his long sword. So that was okay, all right. Spell and then move on up. Okay. All right. Anything else?
I'm just gonna hold. I've got my crossbow. I'm just gonna hold.
Well, there's not a hold there because you cast. Thaumaturgy is a cast. It's an action.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You still
My
have the
turn's
crossbow in your hand, which is fine. Pass
Yeah.
your turn though. Yep. And Bert, I believe when you pass Devious, Pastor, you have a crit. You're the last crit that was given to us. You have a critical hit. So all you have to do is kind of run up and thump the guy.
He doesn't understand what I'm gonna say, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stab him in the chest with my longsword.
Yeah, it's a critical hit, so all you have to do is just give him the damage with the crit. Remember how to do that?
With crit?
Yeah, you have a critical hit given to you. So go up to the upper right hand corner, fancy grounds, plus minus symbol. Hit that plus minus. Hit the critical button, so you turn it on, and then give him the damage. It's an auto hit. You don't have to swing the hit. You just give the damage. It will do it critical. Oh, you have to target him. You still have to target him. So grab the 16 and drag and drop it on the token for the hobgoblin, or in the combat tracker. There you go. You cut him in half. Slice him clean through. Blah.
Jesus.
Yep. Real tough there. All right. The only thing extra is that Devious, you have a healing potion back. So we turn that back on. Okay. You were given a healing potion. They were all our deals for tonight. Okay. The sounds begin to return to the forest. You do not hear any other hobgoblins, any other creatures moving about that were trying to take your goods. Meek slowly brings up Sildar. What do we do?
Let's
I check for loot.
They
Yep.
would have total with them. Each of them had a single gold piece on them. Y'all are rich. They had 3 gold on them. That's
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they had some armor and some swords and all that, not very well made. Just so you know. Okay.
give it to the kills and check our wagon.
Yeah, they were
And
rifling
look
through the
around.
wagon. You could tell they pulled some stuff out. Looks like you had one of your cask was probably some ale. Looks like that was broken open and they were drinking out of it. They threw bags of flour and grain kind of on the ground. Probably one of the the bags of grain broke open. So you kind of trying to salvage that. The horses they had ripped off the saddles and thrown them on the ground. Looks like they were going to take them. That was it though.
All right, so I guess we just get the horses, saddle up, head to Phandalin.
I'm good. Let's
Ride
load
'em,
his
cowboy.
dead meat up and let him partake in the broken ale and call it another loss. Let's get into Phandalin.
Okay, so if you remember, alrighty, so here we go. Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy. Okay, so y'all came back and you were here where the ambush was at in the forest line, and it takes y'all go into the evening, and then I'd say it's probably going to be late morning, early afternoon. Y'all begin to you're heading down the trail toward Phandalin, and you come crest over a small little hill, and you will look down and you will see this before you. Where is my Phandalin? Lost mine. All right. Okay, so here's what you're looking at. You see, I believe, the town of Phandalin. From your vantage point, and y'all are up here. You're all on the north side of the map. Okay? Kind of off, you're off the map a little bit, off that road that you see that's kind of coming down. Okay, y'all are still kind of looking down, and we're going to say it's almost noonish. And what you kind of see is you definitely see a center area of town. There are a couple of big buildings. Smoke's coming out of some of the buildings. There are a few homes. You can hear, sounds like a few people walk, talk, the discussions you can hear voices. You don't know what they're saying, but it is travel in the air. You can hear what sound like kids playing, a couple of kids squealing and all that. You see people, there's a few farms to the south that you could see people kind of toiling in. You see, it looks like off to the west, the northwest part of town there, where there's a cluster of trees. It looks like an orchard of somewhere. Murder speed. Oh. So you see what looks like an orchard off to the northwest there. On the far eastern part of town, where you kind of see a road kind of comes through the buildings and all that, it kind of goes through a couple of hills, rises up in a few levels of the hill, and you see a burned out. Looks like it was some type of almost. It wasn't a castle, but it was big. It was some type of house, but it is now definitely abandoned. It looks like a good portion of the top of it is burned down. And it's not been recent. Looks like it's got some overgrowth on it. It has been long abandoned. but you can see, clearly somebody who, whatever that was, had a clear view of the area and overlook of the town some time ago. You don't see any activity, anything going on around that area at all. You see a few people that do mill about in the streets. You don't see a lot, though. I mean, you see plenty of homes, and you see, you can hear a couple activities and yelling or something, some rough voices yelling far off in the distance, but not a lot of street activity.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the people of Phandalin social distancing?
Well, right now you think they are because you don't see a lot out and about.
All right.
Sildar,
How's
reaches out
Sildar
and says,
doing?
"Yeah, this looks to be the town. I have never been here before myself, but it's definitely seems a little too quiet for a town, a farming, prosperous community." He says he'll let you know that he, does. He's heard that there's been troubles here. Definitely that the town has, was starting to get its feet underneath it when the caravan routes were being hijacked and all that. And there was, and something else was, there was other troubles that he wasn't really sure about, and that's why he sent Larno here to try to find out more of what was going on. He will tell you that miners come here. He says he knows that there's an exchange, a trading exchange located in the town where miners would go, because he points off to the east from where y'all are at, and y'all begin to see the large rise of mountains, the Sword Mountains, butt up against this town. And he will tell you that plenty of miners come to make their wares here and trade here, and they will bring, he's heard and understands that they will bring what they find here to trade in for money. He points probably, says a couple of the bigger buildings in town will probably, definitely got an inn probably here. He believes, he does know that there are a couple of trading houses. He knows of Barthen's provision house, and he believes it's the red building. If he remembers correctly what he was told, it's the red building that's right there on the left side of the road as you pull into town. The double red building. He kind of points to it. He's pointing right here. Or if y'all can't see that because of my deal. Okay. He's pointing to that building.
Right.
Okay. Other than that, he says he's, he is kind of at a loss with y'all. We need to get in here, check in with probably the mayor, the town elders. I want to know if Gundren, maybe he escaped, maybe he's here, maybe his brothers are here.
All right. Let's go into town.
Hey.
All right, let's go.
Oh, didn't you say you had contacts here that were gonna pay us?
He told you that when he will get here, he will get to the exchange, and he will send words to he will tell you that he's a member of the Lord's Alliance. And that is a faction that rules the area, one of the law abiding groups that kind of patrol and they protect the inhabitants. They protect locals. They basically patrol the countrysides and the areas between towns and in Waterdeep and all that. They are a lawful order of individuals, and he says he will get a message sent off to the Alliance to send him money here, which he will put with the exchange, and then he will pay you. He says he needs a day for it to happen, and he says I'm good for it. You have my word. Here's kind of what so let me make sure and I'll give you a little bit better. Here's kind of what you're seeing. A little bit better explanation. 40 or 50 simple log buildings. More old ruins. There are some crumbling ones. There's a wall that kind of goes around a good part of the town. A lot of it's in disarray. You can, the tracks are muddy. Then there is this ruined manor house that you see on the east side of town. He goes, and as y'all begin to take the wagon, you begin to move on down. Sildar, you kind of see him, he lets out a little bit of a breath, and he goes, yes, my friends, I think we we can find some lodging. Let's secure some lodging, and that can get the toils of the road off of us. I'm told the local inn here is very quaint, but should be able to suffice for what we need. I believe it is called the Stonehill Inn. Let's continue onwards. Let's get to Barthen's provision house, because maybe y'all have let him know that y'all have goods that are supposed to be. You were told to get this wagon load of stuff to Barthen's provision house.
How does he know that?
Y'all would have told him. Well, if y'all didn't tell him, he doesn't know. The question is, what did y'all discuss with him while y'all were traveling for a day and a half? Other than telling him that y'all were secret agents.
Secret
I thought we took that away.
agent.
I thought we got a mulligan on that.
You think I'm ever going to let you live that down there for the next couple of sessions, young lady? Okay? No, I won't.
I think 5 years from now, I'm gonna remember that,
You
because
will. We'll make it a card. The Dozerian effect.
Getting damage.
Oh, that is so wrong of the DM, isn't it? That is so wrong. Okay.
Let's go get some mail and bed and get this man in good health and find his people.
So y'all are traveling around down. Now you will see a couple of people. They kind of stop the path. A couple of houses you pass through. People are standing out. They're pointing at y'all. They kind of look at each other, and they kind of, you don't hear what they're talking. No one comes up and greets you. Y'all begin to bring the wagon now. As you come up closer, you then do see this big trading post. It definitely, as you can tell, that there's a barn on the north side of the building here, off right as this red building. There is you can see some goods, some boxes, lots of opened up crates, shipping crates and all that are kind of on the back side of it, If you didn't tell Sildar that y'all were going here, then y'all were told to find Barthen's provision house, and he's let you know that this is what this place is called, he believes. And you'll have a wagon full of stuff. Now he points down and he goes, I would hope that one of these inns, and he goes, yes, I think I do smell food on the air coming up above. So maybe this one of these bigger buildings in this town center is our inn that we are looking for. He looks to y'all and says, what shall we do, my companions?
Stop at Barthen's first, I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
Unload, and then we can carry our dead friend down to his...
Well, he's not dead.
Yet.
Man, you are mean to him. He's healed all up now. Okay? And he, so y'all stop the wagon there.
That's need to know info.
Okay? And he hops off the wagon and he goes, yes, I will leave you to handling with the Barthens. I am going to make my way down the street. He can tell that he's a little antsy. He's kind of wanting to, he goes, I need to find my friend Larno. Let me find the Stonehill Inn, and I will send someone to y'all from there to let you know you will find me there. I'm going to check in with the Stonehill Inn, and I'm also going to find the town master here. I believe his name, he kind of thinks about it. is Harbin Wester, I believe, is the town master here. I want to find him and see what he knows of my friend Larno. But I will find you. If I'm not in the Stonehill, then I will come find y'all shortly thereafter. And he goes, once again, he says, I thank you for saving my life. I will get the money transferred. I will get this sent off today, and I will meet y'all back at the Stonehill as soon as I get my business conducted. And he kind of salutes you all in his way, and he turns and he begins to walk off down the path.
I'm just gonna turn to the party real quick and go, I'm gonna follow him. Don't leave here without me.
You can. If you want. Anybody else?
And
Questions for
what
her?
do you guys think?
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Not very trusting, is she?
I don't want to let her loot get away. I mean, 50 gold.
Okay.
If you guys
Fair
prefer to
enough.
stay here, I'll stay. But if nobody's got any objections, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Okay. All right. Would you make me a stealth check on the tower, please?
Hey, that's 12.5 gold each.
Oh, okay. No. Well, there's 50 gold and there's 5 of you. It's 10, Devious.
No, I wasn't counting the bird man.
Well, he's,
Not everybody's good with
I'm
he's here.
kidding. I know.
Meat goes, I can count. All right. Okay. So you, that's right, Harnum. So you hop off the wagon, and you begin to slowly track behind Sildar as he does exactly what he says he does. You know, he walks off, and goes into the center area of town, and you follow him. You take off after him. So we'll put you on the side for a moment. The other 3 of you, as y'all are sitting there, she does that. The doors to the provision house, there's a main door there, and you see above the sign, there's a big sign above the main area, and it says Barthen's Provision Shop. And you're sitting there looking, all of a sudden the doors kind of open up, and comes walking out is a very lean, balding human male. Looks like he's in his 50s. Got a kind face on him. He's wearing a smock, and he's looks like he's got some big calloused hands and all that. And behind him, you see a couple of young boys, dressed very similar to him, come stepping out, and he, gives you a smile and sees the wagon, and he goes, "Don't see many loaded wagons making it here these days. You stopped here at my shop. I'm Elmar Barthen. What can my shop do for you? Who might you be?" This would be the Canadians. You're the only ones around.
We got a wagon of stuff that I think we're supposed to bring to you.
Most welcome. Who would you be representing? Where are you from, good sir? He comes up and he slaps out a big old hand to you, Bert, about as big as yours. Though he's lean, but he's got a big old hand. He's definitely a hard-working man, and he shakes it. He goes, we welcome provisions nowadays. We don't get to see many of them, like I said. Where are you from, good sir?
The north.
I guess.
Well,
we're coming from
you can tell him you're from the
Neverwinter.
haberdashery.
Okay.
Prater told you that, that their orders, they get requests several times, and Gundren came through there letting them know about what was happening. So yeah.
So I'm from the haberdashery.
Yeah. Okay. And he
We are
welcomes
from the
it, and he
haberdashery.
goes, "Blessed be. Thank you. That is so good that we get some supplies into here." And he goes up and he claps his hand and he goes, Andrew Thistle, get over here. Help unload these wagons. See to these fine folks into their. Are y'all staying for the day, or are you just passing through?
I think we might be staying for the day.
Oh, well, we can take care of that. I think maybe we can even get some food on the house at the Stonehill if you don't, if you're of mine from Toblin. I can send one of the boys down here after we're done unloading. But please, if you want to dismount from your horses, we can get the oxen and the horses into our barn. My boys here can take care of this, and I can make a run through of the supplies you have and get our everything settled. And he you know, says, he goes, and you said you're from the haberdashery, and he basically, you know, he looks through it and he goes, oh, this is wonderful. This is good bit of some of the stuff we're looking for. And he hands y'all and he goes, this is, for payment for what you have brought here, and the supplies and what he, agreed to give to. You weren't told that y'all were going to get paid for these goods, but he basically hands each of you 10 gold pieces. So I'll put, don't worry, I'm going to add them into the party sheet. There's 50 there. And basically he's paying for the goods, and he's, he goes, yes, this is wonderful. If you want to, let me finish up and I will check off everything. And run, the inventory here. Make your way on down to that big building, and he points to the blue roof building right here. And he says, that is the Stonehill Inn. Let Toblin know who you are, and let him know that, to serve you some food and some drink. And I will be down there shortly to let you know everything is in order with the order here.
Sure thing. Thank you so much.
Okay. So y'all dismount. The boys grab the horses, and they seem to know exactly what they're doing, and they take them and the oxen, and you'll see them put them into the barn that is on the north side of the building. And then they, they take the wagon over there first with the ox on it, and then they begin to unlock it. And Barthen's basically, he starts, he's got a big paper and a clipboard, and he's checking stuff off, and you hear him laughing, and this will be good to have. We're low on this. And he says this a couple of times, and then he goes, oh, I guess the wares of travel must have broken this cask of ale. Toblin will be upset, but it is the sad thing. Hopefully it didn't go to too much waste. And he's kind of looking at it, noticing that it was kind of smashed open. So, such a waste. But he begins to look on that, and y'all begin to walk your way down to the inn. Now, what happens, Doge, you are watching Sildar, and he comes to, you watch him poke his head into the Stonehill, and he, makes calls out a few times. You can't quite hear what he's saying, but he was talking to somebody, and he goes, oh, okay, I'll go down, and you hear him kind of basically say, I'll check in with the Harbin. You say he's in this building here, and you see another gentleman step out, that's with another human male that more you can kind of tell. It looks like he runs the kind of the inn. He's kind of dressed like that, an inn barkeep type, and he points to a red building that's just along the same side of the street, but right here. And Sildar shakes his hand and he says, I'll be back. And he basically says, I have some companions that should be here shortly too. They're up at the provision house right now, delivering a wagon of goods. And Toblin looks, and you see his eyes kind of open up. Oh, that'd be nice. We haven't had fresh supplies in a few weeks now. And Sildar says, well, they should have some stuff coming in. I believe they may have actually solved the problem of the heist and all that. But let them tell the story. It is their story to tell, not mine. I must go speak with the town master. And you see Sildar excuse himself from the innkeeper, and he makes his way on down toward what he believes is the town hall. Do you continue to follow him?
I will Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, continues walking on. So you begin. You're moving through. Kind of keeping to the shadows. You move into the courtyard there, and he continues on along there, and he goes. He pulls up, stops to pull into. He walks to the front of this building here, and he's looking at it. And what you're going to see as you're walking through, there's a little on the north end of the courtyard there, which looks to be the town center. You see a shrine, some type of shrine. It's basically just some stones kind of stacked. It was some type of building at one time, but it's definitely in ruins now. But you can see flowers and offerings. You can tell it's some type of religious shrine there. There's a few other buildings around it, and then a few homes, and then you see another big blue building here, and you can see you see a lion there hanging over the door and all that. You can't read what it says, but you see a shield with a lion head on it. Okay, that's clearly visible. Harbin's sitting there looking, and you see him, Sildar sitting there, and you watch him for a second, and he brushes off. He's looking at himself, and he kind of gets himself a little upright, even though his clothes are definitely in disarray, and he basically he heads straight on into this building that he was standing out in front of. What do you do?
So he goes into the red building?
He goes into the red building.
And the blue building was the town hall.
No,
right?
the building he went into is the town hall. The big building you just saw, it was a blue shield, and it had a lion's head on it. It was a shield.
I'm just gonna skulk back to the inn.
Maybe a perception check. See if you remember. You clearly don't remember that clue. You weren't paying attention, Doze.
Yeah, yeah.
So tonight, last week we picked on Bert. Tonight we're picking on Doze. So you saw that you didn't remember hearing the other group called the Lion Shield Coster. That is another trade area, trade good and all that, and you believe you're seeing their shop. And it's fairly big. Is that building?
So there's a shop we dropped off on the north end, and then there's this other one.
There's another provision house, something bigger here. That you believe the Lion Shield, they deal with weapons and armor and stuff like that. The other house, the Barthen's Provision House, is going to be more of your trade goods, stuff like that. But you saw that logo. You saw multiple boxes and stuff inside the Goblin Cave area.
Let's go negotiate.
Well, did we take anything of note or repute from? We didn't. So
yeah, y'all aren't together. So shush.
I'm just
down.
thinking out loud. I'm going to take the information.
She's thinking out loud.
Take the information I have, and I see where he went.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to the in-house and just set us up for the night. So we have
as you come back toward the stone hill, you saw where it's at. You see your companions also about the same distance. So all you basically are about meeting up at the front porch at the same time. How convenient is that? Okay. And y'all meet back at the front of the inn there. And you're looking at each other.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. And this man comes stepping out. Another man comes stepping out. And he goes, y'all must be the companions of Sildar. He told me y'all would be on your way here. Please, come in. Welcome to the Stone Hill. Best service in the town, I might add, even though I might be a little biased on that. But come. Let's get the dust of the road off you. Get some warm food and drink in you. I understood that you've earned it this day. Do y'all enter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do for some ale. You
Huh?
got some?
Oh, we have a little. Our supplies, as you understood, is running low. But yeah, y'all move in. It's a large. It looks fairly new. Fieldstone roadhouse, rough hewn timbers. You walk in and you see there are a few locals. They look a little sheepishly like they probably shouldn't be here, but they're drinking some ale or cider. And there's probably maybe 6 or 7 of them there, and y'all walk in, and it went from a low murmur of chatting to quiet. And he just he ran into Toblin. He said, they call me Toblin. Welcome, like I said, this is my stone. This is my inn, and in a moment here we'll call out my wife here, Trilena. She is working the kitchen with our young ones, and don't mind those old coots, anything, just don't pay attention to them. We don't get many strangers in here once the Red Brands made their way into town, but that's of another story. Don't worry about them. As long as you don't interface with any of the Red Brands, things should be okay. And he sets y'all down at a table, and it's, nice little quaint place, nothing too fancy about it, but clean. And he yells out, Trilena, we have some visitors here. Please bring out some ale, what else? Was there something else other than ale that you would like? Water? Wine?
I'll take ale.
Meat goes, I want
I'd like
milk.
information.
What about some
Water, bread, and
garnish?
cheese.
Yeah, he brings out some cheese, a little bread, hot steaming bread, and he sets it down. And
And what are we out for a room if need be?
do you need rooms here? I was not told that are y'all staying sometime? And he kind of, you see a little trouble across his eyes when y'all ask that.
Is that an issue?
No, 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 no. If you want to stay, we have rooms. I've got 6 good rooms right now that can take you all in. It's just like I said, we don't, not too many people stay here. It's because of the Red Brands. They, and he's looking
Who
around.
exactly
The
are
red.
the Red Brands?
Well, hold on. What's that now, Devious?
Who exactly are the Red Brands?
They been kind of a little some ruffians, kind of a gang that's kind of moved into the eastern part of town. They just kind of,
Do they have anything to do with the large blue building on the other side of town?
well, that blue building's the Lion Shall Coster. That's just a trading house. Yeah, no, that's blue. They said red, so maybe they're 2 different colors.
But why are the red brands such big of an issue? Does the townmaster not do anything?
Oh, our town master's a fool. Won't do anything. Won't curtail anything about them. The Red Brands moved in here a month ago. They most of the time they're down there at the Sleeping Giant Tap House, running that Grista's old place, getting drunk, terrorizing the locals sometimes. And he kind of does that. And all of a sudden, Trilena, she kind of appears over his shoulder, and she goes, "Shush, shush, Tobin, don't get worked up, please. We don't need them to hear anything. We don't need the trouble right now. You know what's going on." And she goes, "We don't need to stir up any trouble right now because we don't want them hurting our kids. They've already,
Just out of curiosity, could you just tell me whereabouts is the Sleeping Giant tap house?
She says
Just
it's
out of curiosity.
no, you don't really want to know that, dear. Please. It's the old tap house down the eastern road. They're heading toward the manor. But don't go there. You don't want anything to do with them. There's too many of them in town right now. Someday maybe we'll
See
have
about
some
that.
law that will move in here to take care
Yeah,
of
I think we might have to go for a walk downtown.
them. But please don't right now. I'm telling you, And she goes, "It's okay, Tobin. We had our local wood carver by the name of Phandalin. He got mad at the Red Brands one day. They were pushing him around, and they knocked his kid down. And this was about, what would you say? It was about 10 days ago, dear." And he kind of nods his head. And you hear the hush. The rest of the people are in the stone hill. A couple of them get up. I mean, they like down their drink, and they, got big wide eyes, and they nod to everybody, and they put their money, and then he kind of looks at them. There's, you can see fear in their eyes. A couple of them are just they keep their head down. And she continues on. It was about 10 days ago. He stood up to them, but they came to his shop and leered at him and his wife and knocked him down. And they dragged him out into the middle of the courtyard area, and they killed him right in front of everybody. And
That's awful.
plenty of people saw it, and they took his body and disappeared. And not just 2 days ago, his wife and his daughter and son are now missing. And we don't know what to do about it. And no, our town master won't do anything about it. And about that time, when y'all are hearing this, Sildar comes crashing through the front door, going, "Of all the stupid, lamest, laziest son of a bitches," and he's basically, this has got to be stopped now. And he's fuming. And he walks up to Toblin, and they shake him, and it's good to see you.
Bud?
He basically, Toblin says, "It's good to see you, Sildar. When you came through here, headed toward Waterdeep, it's, no, actually, he hasn't been there yet. My bad." So he goes, Toblin basically stands up and says, "You met our town master, I see." And Sildar goes, "That's not a town master. That's a pompous twit, okay, that needs to be hung up by his toenails to dry for a few days, and maybe a few good lashes taken to him. How the hell did he get in charge of this town?" And they all kind of look at each other, and so he just kind of took it upon himself to start running things shortly before the Red Brands showed up. But he won't, as you can tell, he won't do anything about him. He goes, "Won't do anything about him? Hell, he damn near almost just lets them do what they call the shots. They've intimidated the poor bastard. They're basically a mercenary guild by the sound of it." And they kind of confer with each other, and Toblin kind of calms Sildar down, and he sits down next to y'all, and y'all get a little food and a little ale in you, and Sildar calms down, and he's just like going, "This is just I'm gonna have to take a little bit more time to think about what's happening here, but I'm going to have to do something about this. Me and this pompous fat old fool are going to go head to head on this, because he's letting the town suffer because of what's happening with the Red Brands, and has done nothing to curtail, by the looks of it, for any of the trade goods. He's to do anything about it. It's not called for help." And Toblin goes, "Well, we don't have, what can a town like ours do here? We don't have a military unit. We don't have a guard unit. There's nothing here that protects us." And Sildar goes, "Well, you've got it now." And he basically slams his mug down. "I'll take it upon myself if I can just find my friend Larno." And he kind of yells about that a little bit, and there's, "Who's that?" And the group, he goes, "Yeah, my friend," he goes, "My friend Larno, I sent him here not 2 months ago to determine what was happening here and all that." And the group, Toblin and his wife, kind of look at each other, and they go, "We never met. No one ever like that showed up here." And Sildar just shakes his head. "Oh my God! He said he was here, was getting close. He wrote his last letter that he was was going to be here in Phandalin, And that was the last time I heard from them. And they go, "Oh, sorry, Sildar, but we don't know who he is, who you're talking about." And Sildar just kind of, I just none of this makes sense. What's going on? This can't be allowed to happen. I don't get.
I'll I wanna ask Toblin, if the town master is so awful, why don't you guys kick him out
Who
and
he
get
has the
someone else
backing.
to be the town master?
He has the backing of the Red Brands. But it just de facto. It's not like he uses them and all that. But we don't have a sheriff here. We don't. You basically there's no law group here. There's no deputies. There's no protection. We have this town has picked itself back up off the ground. These past decade has been slowly but surely. We were seeing better times, and then the trade caravans started getting attacked, and goods were stolen. Not enough supplies were getting here. The miners still come in from time to time, and they bring some of their gold dust and silvers and things that they find up in the mountains, and um, um, the miners exchange. Halia, she doesn't she's doing pretty good for herself, but it's not a lot of activity happening. And then, like I said, not within the last month, the Red Brands, whoever this group is, they kind of just started venturing into town in small little numbers, and before you knew it, there were plenty of them here, and they kind of started taking over the town in a gang-like fashion. What do
So you
simple
say
folks like us do
plenty.
about that?
You say plenty. Like, what's the number
Oh,
Exactly.
that are in town on a regular basis?
10, 15. They vary. You see them
I
for
say
don't.
we go wipe them
Where
out.
do where do they congregate?
Most of the time, if they're not walking around picking on people, you will find them at the Sleeping Giant.
I say we take a walk.
Aye. I say we make an
Well,
example of them.
no, please don't do that. You don't understand. If there are more of them here coming in, and you cause trouble for us, then they could very well kill more people. They could, terrorize the town. They could even burn the town down. And Sildar says, "Hold, folks." He looks to y'all and he goes, "I I understand what you're wanting to do, and I appreciate it, but you you don't have the authority to just go kill individuals because you don't like them. I won't let you do that right off the
You
bat.
didn't say anything about killing. You guys have a
Yeah.
prison, don't you?
Well, he goes, they do have actually some jail cells down in the Townmaster Hall. I saw them. Looks like they haven't seen use for quite some time. But I need to know, I need to get a better lay of the land here because I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
No,
We
and
don't call the shots. Because right now, if I could tell you, if you go do that, Harbin has the authority to call the Alliance, call them in, and they will arrest you. And I will have to abide by what they say.
Okay.
Alright, we'll
What
take
if-
our time.
My
What if you
job,
take
Well-
over the
I
town?
just want to.
my goal is to
want to
bring.
say.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doze and Devious. Y'all was talking over y'all. Say that again.
I want to say thank you for the food and drink and cheese, and I want to get us back in like a more private moment where we can kind of converse or something, or go to our rooms.
Well, so it's getting to be later in the day, and yeah, the food and the drink is good. And Toblin basically says, yes, this was on the house. I have enough rooms for all of you here in Sildar. It won't be. He kind of looks at his wife, and though times are tough, we still need um, a little. We can't give them to you for free and all that, but we could probably make a deal that it would cost us, a couple of silver pieces per night for the whole group. And
That's totally understandable.
and I can include breakfast. We'll give you the continental breakfast routine, but this time we'll throw in some actual food in the mornings that we serve up
So
here.
I have a
Um,
couple of gold teeth in my
hmm
inventory, and I'm just gonna give one to him and say, "Can you just keep our activities on the down low? And there's more of this to come."
he tells you yes. He's gonna look at it and he goes, ugh. He kind of looks up, it's gold. I'll have to get that down to Halia down at the miners exchange to extract the gold out from the tooth, and he can get that cashed in. That should cover y'all's bill for a few days, most certainly. He will tell you, don't please, definitely keep on the down. He's down low. You understand? Don't stir them up, please. Whatever you do.
No, we won't. Don't worry
And
about it.
Sildar
We
says
completely
no.
forgot.
He goes, Tobin, I trust me. These are good people here, though they may be a little rambunctious and young in their age. But I will. I believe that we need to get it. Let's get a good night's rest, and good food, good rest, clean up. And I say that I want to go down and I though need to get some good clothing. And he says I will go back up to Barthen's and get some real clothing. I need a bath and a shave because I have nothing almost on me. And he really doesn't have anything. And we're going to go visit. If y'all don't mind, I would like for y'all to come with me. And we're going to go visit the town master in the morning. I need to have my full wits about me. And we're going to put this fool in his place. Is that agreeable with the group?
I think we need
Sure.
some
I
information.
What's that, Doze?
I want some more information. Where's your dwarven buddy?
What dwarven buddy? Who are you talking about? Gundren?
Yeah, is there any word of Gundren?
He
Is there
says
any?
no. And so, yeah, basically bring that up. And Toblin basically says, we have not seen Gundren, Sildar. His brothers, and damn it, I'm going to forget their names all off of the bat. No! Off the top of my head. Gosh darn it.
The rock
Ah,
seeker.
he's got the Rockseeker brothers, but his brothers' names. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry, that's one of the things I've forgotten in a while. We haven't seen
Larry and
them.
Jerry.
Yeah, we haven't seen either one of them. They thanks Josh, I appreciate it. They were in town a couple weeks ago, and got a few supplies, and checked in to see if Gundren had made it back, and he wasn't back yet. And they said, well, he knows where to find us. Let him know we're going back up into the mountains. But they wouldn't tell us where. And they both, yeah, but they did get a few extra, rations and supplies, and they headed back off eastern into the mountains.
I'm gonna turn to Sildar and I'm gonna lower my voice and just ask him, how much do you trust this friend of yours? Because from what it seems, there's only two options. Either he was caught by the Red Brand or he's working with them.
Well, no, he's not working with them. He's a dwarf. He's a good man. I totally trust them. They both, we were attacked, and tried their best to defend us, but they had um, the, this drop on us. And there were more, that we were probably faced a good dozen plus a few extra.
No, I'm talking about what's his name? The one that he said he received a letter saying he was
Larno.
in
Well,
Phandalin.
Larno's his good friend.
Lorno.
Yeah, he says, well, I why would I not trust him? We've been close friends for a while in Neverwinter, and he said that he would head to Phandalin and contact me. And the last letter I got from him was that he was, on the outskirts of town and was going to be heading on in, and he would let me know once he got some more information. And that was the last I heard from him.
So it seems he might have been caught by the Red Brand.
I don't know. That's why we need more information before we have a
Or
plan of attack or see what's going
more
on.
information.
Quick question.
But we've gotten a lot of it.
Does bring your volume up a little bit. You talk, but you're a little light on your volume. That's why I can't hear you. Sorry. What were you saying, Davis, while she's doing that? What?
Oh no, sorry. I was just thinking that I had a question in regards to Mr. Man. If he takes out the town master, can we take out the red brands and will we still be?
Well, you don't take anybody out.
Well,
Listen,
no. If he replaces
I'm going to have
the
a
town
discussion
master,
with him. If I can get enough evidence together, if I can get enough content together, then I can put there's a clause that I possibly can invoke that will allow me to, yes, my thoughts were along the same thing there, good Master Devious, is that I can usurp control over the town master, but I need some more information before I can make that call.
all right. What do you need us to find out for you?
Well, let's get a rest because he is still groggy. He is still he's still wearing his skivvies, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is now nighttime is starting to fall, and
we've received payment.
Hey, boy, y'all are. He said he'd tell you he's got to send off the note to get the money transferred here. Boy, holy moly! Look at her. She's Miss Grubby Hands. So
I'm just wondering where things are in the work.
Y'all just got to town.
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
Who? You don't trust Sildar?
No, you, sir.
Oh, no.
Listen, I do not
She
agree.
calls out the DM.
I'm not.
Wow.
This is DOS. I have nothing to do with that. I just want to make that.
Did you see that? Did you hear that? That someone clicked
See how
that.
quickly everybody jumps away from you when the
The
shit hits the
lightning
fan.
bolt crashes down through the ceiling, and once where Doe stood is now nothing but a pair of charred up shoes.
And that's where my tombstone will lie.
You have to find out. This is the RPN. So you play however you feel, but he's told you twice now is that yes, he is good for the money, and he had to make it. He will make his way down to Halia down at the Miners Exchange, and he will get word sent to the Alliance to send him some money that he needs to report to them what he's found, and he will get the extra money requisitioned and sent here. And Halia then can basically you kind of find it out. That's where the money's kind of all really kind of kept, and the trading's all done as far as for hard currency, things like that. And he will get the money for y'all. I just
want to share a little bit about what I saw in the center of town with everybody when I was all stealthy and stuff, but the guy's still here, right? He's still here sitting with us.
Yeah, Sildar's here. He's going to excuse himself. He says, "Yes, I know we're all a little on edge, and there's thanks for the we got it clipped now. No trust for the DM. He's going to excuse himself. He says, I need to get up to the provision house. Let me get some clothes before they close for the night, and then I'm going to take a hot shower." And he nods to Toblin if that is possible. And Toblin says, "Certainly for you, sir. Get some clothes, get back here. We will have that drawn up, and I will even give you another, pint of ale for you to have, and you can rest your soul for the night here at the Stonehill Inn." And Sildar nods to him, shakes his hand. He nods to y'all. Like I said, we will meet back down here in the morning, my friends, if you will excuse me. And he he bows and he lets himself out the door, and you see him head on back up toward the provision house.
Now, what happened to being good for the sake of it?
He goes, good things. I have a good feeling about y'all. We have not seen the likes of your sort here for some time. I'm not saying that it's welcome, but please watch your step here. Things are, as you can tell, are not uh, good. There is something evil about. I can't tell you what it is, but it definitely has brought a pall over the valley area. And but for tonight, as long as you stay inside my, in the walls of my establishment, you have, my word that you are safe as best can be. Enjoy the food, enjoy your drink. We will have, if you need fresh, we will check everybody's rooms, clean everything up, and if you need baths and cleaning, we will either have that drawn up for you or sent up to you. Just yell out. My wife, Carlina, will take care of you, and I need to go attend the bar. A couple more people have kind of filtered in, a couple miners you see kind of wander in, definitely dirty, seen hard toil, and they all begin to kind of pile at the bar and drink, a little carousing not going on, but nothing definitely out of the ordinary. A couple of good stories you can be heard being told. A couple of hushed conversations. And y'all are enjoying your food and your drink by yourselves.
So I just let them know that as I followed him, I found he went to exactly where he said he was going, but I found that Shield Lion
The Lion Shield
building,
Coster. Mm-hmm.
Lion Shield Coster, and just bring that up to the group. And do we have where are we at? I mean, obviously this guy is just wanting to do right and do good, and there's chaos here. So what are we gonna do about it, or where are we as a team moving forward in the morning, I suppose, or
I believe we should get some more information. It does seem that just going up to them could indeed put everyone in more danger than they already are. So maybe we should proceed with caution, but I think we definitely should do something about it.
I agree.
Well, they did say that they didn't have any kind of, police force or anything like that here. Maybe we can go and talk to the town master and see if we can get ourselves some more work.
I have a feeling
Well,
C4.
but
you want to go
the
to
town master is with
corrupt?
the red brand.
Well, the only way we don't have to say we're doing it for the Red Baron, but if we get the permissions to clean up criminals.
Is the Red Baron hiring? Maybe
Red
some of us
brands.
can
Red
go.
brands.
Brands. Are the Red Brands hiring? Maybe a couple of us can go incognito and figure out what's going on here.
I guess it'd be all things we have to figure out tomorrow. I guess we could. I mean, I kind of want to head talk to the town master myself. See what's going on from his side of the story. Because he must be the one that knows exactly what's going on with the town. And, we still have to find that dwarf as well.
I think we wait till tomorrow, figure out what Sildor needs to be able to take over the town, get him to deputize us, and then we can go in and slaughter all of the fucking red brands and not have to worry about it. Save the town. We have a job here whenever we want, and we go out on our adventures, from time to time.
With a badge.
Hells yeah, with a badge.
Not that we might keep it, but I mean, at least enough to get inside of, just infiltrate this corrupt.
What's up,
But
Jeffrey?
also,
What time of day is it right now? Is it like
It's
evening?
nighttime. It's nighttime.
Nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
say we
but also,
just pack it in for the night, or what were you gonna say?
what about Black Spider? The guy, the poor. I think it might be someone, but maybe it's something
Josh, I
that
can't right now.
Sildar
I'm
was
using
talking
Discord
about right now.
video right now. Sorry, Zalia. What were you saying? I was asked a question.
I was talking to the party.
My bad. Overspoke you.
Who like shouldn't we try to find some more information on Black Spider as well?
Black
Well,
Spider. We got a lot of information.
we could also do that. Ask around town. Maybe even ask some of the people at the inn, and maybe if they heard anything. But I don't know how much information we're gonna get out of anyone around here about it.
They're not going to say much because of the
Yeah.
fact, we're strangers and they know with the Red Brands being here that they're not going to say too much.
So I say our main priority right now should be red bands.
I agree.
So-
And helping Silva.
What do we know about the Lion Shield?
The Lion Shield Coster is another trade organization. That's all they are. My volume's low. Okay. Bert's is high compared to everyone. Gotcha. All right. I need to probably put the mic in front of my face there, Josh, and that might actually help some. I'll bring my volume up just a little bit more. How's that sound, Josh? Do I sound crystal clear for you now?
Did you just say that to somebody the other night? Speak into the mic.
Speak into the mic, please. Beautiful. Yeah, I was leaning. My mic was far away from me. Sorry, folks. Oh, Jeffrey, are you cashing in another wristband? Did you get a wristband, Jeffrey? So hold on to it, Jeff. I was actually going to send you one. Well, you can give it out to somebody else if you want. Okay. You were sleeping, or were there any other questions or comments?
Is there anyone else at the inn still at this moment?
There's a few people.
Like at the tavern just?
No, there's a few miners, you see a couple of farmer types, just regular town folk type people that are sitting around.
Okay.
A couple of them get some food, a couple of them, basically having a few drinks.
Can I just try to overhear anything that could be useful to us?
Sure can. You can make me you tell me investigation or perception, or you are a bard, by the way, Zalia, so you perform, you sing for your food sometimes.
I do know that. I would try to use investigation first, and then I think I'll try to sing some songs and get some gold.
Okay, what are you investigating? I want to know.
I'm just trying to see if I can hear anyone saying anything that could be useful,
Okay.
either in relation to the Red Brand or Black Spider.
Okay, make me a roll. Okay, so you just kind of moving about and listening and getting probably there's a little hearth area where you can see where you could set a stool up for and actually be seen by everybody in the establishment. You as a bard, and you can sing. This is where you're kind of headed to make a performance. So you don't hear anything about Gundren. What you catch is there is a couple of elder gentlemen and a woman at one of the tables, and they seem to be just regular town folks type. And you hear him over. One of the women, she basically hears something. Hopefully, these companions don't, these individuals don't bring too much trouble on us, but the Red Brands hassle every business here in town except for the Miners Exchange. They apparently don't want no trouble with Halia Thornton, who runs it. So you hear them say something like that. And then
Halia Thornton?
Yeah, Halia Thornton. Yeah, and you heard her name from Sildar in the group. She runs the miners exchange. It's down. You hear that this place is south of town, south part of town. It's basically where all the miners go to cash in their gold, dust, and things like that to get cash. She takes
All right.
in.
Well,
Okay.
make sure to pay her a visit.
Yeah. And
And
you heard one other
should
thing.
I roll for?
Performance.
Okay.
Yeah. So one other thing, you heard one of the miners. They were all chatting about that, and you heard something about damn orc raiders on the eastern part of Tribor Trail keep invading and taking out some of my friends. They killed one of my friends just about a month ago. Townmaster needs to do something about it. If I understood, he's looking for somebody to go run them off, but somebody needs to do something about them orcs on the eastern side of Tribor Trail. You hear him? Yeah, protect us. They need to protect us more. Okay, you hear that kind of running through, and then you set up and you play a ditty. What do you do, Zalia?
I'm gonna get my loot, and I'm gonna go. Guys, if anyone would like to pay attention, you may also feel free to drop a few coins. Whatever you want, anything helps. But anyway, here's Wonderwall.
So what are you going to sing us?
Wonderwall!
I know we're waiting.
Oh no, I cannot listen. Zalia may be a great singer, but
we need to know.
toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty, a valley of plenty. Oh.
There we go. Our first singing. Oh, there you go. Yay! So you get a couple of silver pieces thrown into.
No, that's so great.
Yep. So you get it. You get a couple of silver pieces thrown in. They enjoyed your performance. Zalia. Somebody clip that. That's right. Clip that for us. Okay. Uh-oh. Did we lose Zalia? She is locked up. Oh no.
Oh, okay, sorry. It was really buffering for a while.
Yeah, you got buffered and your fancy ground's just disconnected. I'll give it a second. It looks like it's trying to reconnect. So you may
Okay, I'm back. It was buffering a little, but I heard I got a couple of silvers.
It was so good. She stopped the internet,
Hello?
folks. Yeah. You said, does she not hear us? Uh-oh. She's buffering bad.
Oh,
yeah.
she's buffering. Yeah.
She got reconnected. Oh no. Okay.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay.
Okay, you got 2 silver pieces. Oh no, we lost her. There it went. Crash. Hold on a second. She's fine. She'll get there.
Am I here?
Somebody call 911.
911. It was so good. I mean, you stopped everything. Holy moly. Okay, you got 2 silver pieces. You can put that in your inventory.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And you made a friend, Zalia.
Made a friend.
Young boy. You can see he's covered and he's got food on him and he's grease. He looks like name is Pip. He's young son of Toblin and Trilina's. And he was just you started to singing and you saw him come out from behind the curtain area where the kitchen area is at, and he probably he was gnawing on a carrot or something, food. And he was looking and he was just like, yeah. And he just you saw him kind of twisting and stomping his feet, listening to your song and all that. And he's just, and he runs up to you and he gives you a radish. And
a radish.
He gives you a radish.
I say thank you very much.
And he and he stomps back off and he runs back into the kitchen area.
All right.
Okay.
I have a radish.
You got a radish. There you go. Okay. Anything else we're doing? Are we
So can we draw the Twyla that is the partner of where we're at is the same Twyla?
Sorry, I didn't say that again now. You broke up.
The two Twylas you gave us, it's the same person.
Trilina.
Okay, so Trilina.
Trilina is Barthen's wife. Trilina Stonehill. She is the wife of the innkeeper. Then there was Halia Thornton, you've heard, is the purveyor of the miners' exchange.
Hello?
Yes.
So
Okay, I thought I crashed again.
shadows, and I'm gonna spend most of half of the night, or most of all the night until it clears out, just skulking in the shadows, just listening to people.
You can make me an investigation check. No, not medicine, investigation. Oh. You basically just kind of overheard some of the basically the same conversation of what Zalia heard. You got orcs harassing people on the eastern end of the Tribor Trail that heads off into the Destron Valley area, and that the Red Brands, are trouble here and they mess with everybody. Except apparently they don't mess with money, because Halia, they haven't had, she's not running, and there's been no trouble down there. That's about it.
And I'm out, and I sleep.
Okay, so the group turns in for the night, and you get a long rest. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. You wake up and you feel refreshed, and you head on down to the main eating area in the front room, and Sildar is there, and he is definitely looking much better than he has sometimes since y'all seen him. He's got some coffee before him and a few eggs, and he is eating furiously when y'all all start making your way down there, and he gives you a nod, and he asks you all to join him. And he asks, how did everyone sleep well? Hopefully the commotion out in the street didn't,
The commotion out in the street.
Yeah, he apparently says Red Brands they get into it from time to time, and apparently they had a more of a a little bit wilder time than normal last night at the Sleeping Giant. It got pretty raucous over there in that part of town, and one of the houses across the street got destroyed in a fight with them as they were fighting with each other. I kind of watched a little bit from my room. He kind of says, yeah, my room overlooks kind of the eastern trail, street going up that way. And yeah, apparently they got a little out of control last night, but from my understanding, no one got hurt, at least for the town folk, except for that the old abandoned. It was an older house. So luckily, there was nobody living there, from what I'm being told. But yeah, other than that,
Is there anyone in the city that knows how to use a weapon? Maybe a retired city watch person? Anyone?
so he goes, yeah, he has. I have not had a chance. Hold on a second. We have a chest giveaway. So we're going to give one chest giveaway for our Streamloots deal. So any and all people, if they've got new viewers, we have a few. Welcome to the channel. We use Streamloots to do different things in the game, can make changes to the game, affect the game. We've got merchandise out there that you can win, and other silly memes and other things that pop up. But you have to link your Twitch account to Streamloots. Just go to streamloots.com and it'll ask you to link your Twitch account to it, and you can get chests that way to affect the game. But we're going to start this giveaway. We'll run it for about 10 minutes, and you just do exclamation ticket, and it's for free. Nothing costs anything. You just do one. You only get one ticket per person, and we'll run it for 10 minutes, and then we'll draw a winner. See who wins. So if you want to get in on it, exclamation ticket. All right. So you ask him that question, and he says, well, it's funny you say that. Not really, but yes, my understanding that there is a elder gentleman by the name of Darren Edermath. He lives up on the northwestern part of town. He's got an orchard. He's got a cottage and a little apple orchard that he takes care of up there. And word has it that he has seen a little time out in the field like myself. And I've been meaning to go talk to him. Haven't had a chance to yet, but I do know about him. He is an elf, half elf. So yeah, maybe one, but I don't know of I haven't really met too many more, but I do know about him. But we'll get a chance to go visit with him soon, in the near future.
Like yourself, so you know how to fight.
I had a fight. Yeah, I can hold my own, but it's been quite a long, I'm not a spry human anymore. But, with a few more people, we might be able to take care of that. I understand.
I'm gonna sing the Doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, da doom, da doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Doom, doom, doom. The end.
Thanks, Zeke. Good to hear from you, Zeke. It's like clockwork. He goes, I hear you. I understand. I got your same train of thought. In due time, Lassie, in due time, we will get there. Let's get information. Information is the key here. This will help us determine our course of action to right
Of
things
course.
here. But yes, a word with Darren Edermath is in order, is on the schedule. With that being said, get your fill of food and let's go pay a visit to this pompous old ass that I had dealing with Harbin Wester at the town master of this city that should see better individuals. Ugh.
Can we get an idea? I mean, who wants to go into this meeting, and who wants to be left a little? Are we all going?
I would like to personally speak to the town master myself.
Yeah, I'm going for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Noted.
Yeah. Meek's going to follow. He's just kind of latched onto Sildar for a moment, just a little bit more, making sure he's okay. So, are you joining him too, Doze, or are you going to do something else?
No, I'll follow along.
Okay. All right. So y'all finish up. Toblin nods his head and he goes, I wish you the best, Sildar. God bless you. And y'all head on down to the town hall. And yeah, so you basically, here's kind of what you see. You see a building, sturdy stone walls, pitched wooden roof. There's a bell tower on the backside of it. And then you kind of see looks like it has a notice board that's there, but there's only one notice on it. And it basically says, reward, orcs near Weverin Tor. Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within. And it's got the town seal on it, which you can tell, and then some, there's some type of signature on it. Can't tell what the hell the signature says, but someone signed it. And where is my... What? I had the town hall. I had a map for it. No way.
Can I just say, I want to be like slinking in the back, waiting for Horrid.
Say again now.
I'm just gonna be following everyone in the rear, waiting for whatever mess you're gonna throw at us. I'm apprehensive about this meeting. I'm just gonna say that.
Sure, apprehensive about a lot of things.
I'm very taken aback, on guard.
I can tell. I'm trying to I apologize. I thought that I had the, see if I put it in the Sundays group. They didn't provide a map for this one, but I found one, and I'm trying to stream shows Sunday. Damn it. It's not what I wanted. Fantasy Grounds, campaigns, Sunday images. That's the Lion Shield. Phandalin Town Hall. Yay! Copy. Friday images. Wait, it's here. What? Phandalin Town Hall. Bingo. Yay. Okay. Up. Right. And so you walk up, and like I said, you're at the front of the building, and show you all that. And new. Set a grid. And it's not perfect, but it is what it is. And all of y'all well, maybe. Okay. All right. You're sitting on the kind of bop off to the porch area. You saw the sign, and there's a couple of steel reinforced wooden doors. You see a couple of windows that are curtained off, and that is it. And Sildar, kind of looks at the group and says, he don't want to have to treat with this fool, but we must do something. I must get some type of order established in here. Follow me. Let's go in and meet with this fool. And he goes in and he kind of roughly opens the door. Y'all walk in, and you're going to see a kind of a meeting area, open front area that entrance, kind of a table, a little receiving area, front desk. It's no one's there, and some other closed doors. And it's not before long. This man comes walking out. Definitely a pompous old fool looking. definitely has not missed a meal, some degree, and he comes out the door here, and he opens the door, steps out, and then sees Sildar, and he goes, "What do you want now, old man? I don't want to hear any more of your foolish talk. I run the town, not you." And then he sees the rest of y'all move coming in, and he goes, "I don't need anybody to intimidate me. I am the duly elected official of this town, not you." And Sildar goes, he goes, "Shut up. You bore me with your talk. You clearly do not have the townspeople's interest at heart here. You're more talk and hot air than you are of action." And he kind of, Harbin, "I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is going wrong here. Everybody's just fine. A small occurrence happened a few weeks ago, but who knows? The woodkeeper, he could have had it coming to himself. Who knows what was said? There was not too many witnesses, and no one's come forth. I don't want to hear about it." And Sildar goes, "You don't seem to understand, Mr. Wester. I do have the authority that gives this gives it to me." And he basically whips out, and he has this medallion and kind of like, not like a badge, but similar to that, in a scroll and all. He goes, "I am a member of the Lord's Alliance, and they hold dominion over this area and this size town." And Wester, you could see Harbin his eyes kind of light up a little bit, and he goes, "You wouldn't dare usurp the town's authority over the alliances." And Sildar goes, "I most certainly would." And the townmaster just he shirks back a little bit, but he says, "And who are these other companions with you? Why are they here? You come to intimidate me?"
I wouldn't dare. Look at you. You're such a strong, powerful looking man. I wouldn't think of it. I just have some questions about that posting for the orc
Oh,
problem.
someone wanting of action. Yes, see? Good people do care. Don't tell me I don't care about what's happening here. Posted a friendly reward for those who might want to take care of the trivial band of orcs.
Alright. Also, I just wanted to know, are the orcs wanted dead or alive?
I don't care, young one. There's 100 gold pieces in it for any group that wishes to head up toward the trail and toward the Reverend Tor. And if you...
Oh, we are sure interested on that. But see, orcs are kind of heavy, so it would probably be a lot easier on us to just be done with them. So I just wanted to know if we could have just a paper proving we have authorization to kill.
You have my authorization. He goes, "I can write that up as of this moment, no matter what this old fool says, who thinks he can usurp my authority. I can write that up right now." And he basically opens up a door, and you can see that he walks into an office that's fairly nice, a little bit above his station. And he comes in, come in. Let me get that paper together for you right now. And Sildar's looking at y'all going, hey, what's going on? Hold on now. I need backup here. We're supposed to intimidate this guy.
That's right.
Trust me, man.
What are you doing, Bert?
Sildar, shut the fuck up!
Sildar didn't say anything. He's just giving you the look.
He's giving me the look.
He's giving her the look. What's that, Doze?
I'm gonna go to Sildar and try to tell him we're gonna get some back action and some more support and take this down in its entirety. You take down Hildar and they send someone else in. Let's find out what the root cause is.
He didn't. I didn't follow anything you just said right there, because we're talking. He's talking about orcs. Harbin's talking about orcs right now.
But it might be a back door into a bigger operation. Let's just
If
let.
the orcs are doing something, okay. Well, he basically, so he's chatting. He basically tells you, that they have heard multiple travelers and some of the caravan parties that have come out of the Desserin Valley, which is a valley and mountainous area on the eastern side of as you travel farther eastern, and there's several other cities that far away that do, and they're basically, it's a big trade route. What he's been hearing, and some of the conveyor vans have been attacked by some group of orcs out by the Reverend Tor, and he brings up his map, and he's got a map behind his desk, kind of the area, same map y'all are used to seeing, and he tells you that he remembers correctly. The Reverend Tor was a crag, prominent landmark in the rugged hills of the mountain range in this area. Kind of points to it on a map. He says that if you follow the Tribor Trail up toward the old ruins of Connieberry, which was an old town old establishment that has long been abandoned for quite some time, that you can then catch glimpses of the Tor from the south from there. And it's about another 20 miles or more up and over the landscape and the hills to get to what they call the Reverend Tor.
All right.
Okay. And he basically points, that's where believe they are coming out of or seen marching around. And he writes up a little document and he puts his stamp on it. And he goes, like I said, it's 100 gold pieces if you can take them out.
Okay.
And
could you tell me exactly what the document says?
Well, it basically says I authorize this group on behalf of Phandalin to take out a wandering band of orcs for this area of the community of not only of Phandalin but the Sword Mountains for this region. He basically authorizes it's on his behalf of the town, being the town master, and he will pay 100 golds if you bring back evidence.
I just have a question, because what if there's people that are not orcs helping the orcs and getting in the way of us getting rid of the orcs?
All he knows is he's heard that they've only seen a couple of bands of orcs. A band of orcs. They've seen nothing else. There's been no humans.
I want to just encourage Sildor to do his...
Can I just try? Because I'm trying to persuade Harbin into opening up a little more on this document.
About what?
Could I just not being just about orcs?
I think what we're trying to accomplish here is we've noticed in our short period of time of us arriving in this city, there's been a lot of trouble going around. And we're just trying to help out with our civil duties and are just asking to be deputized.
The deputized, you have my authority to go dispatch the band of orcs. If there's something else going on, you can come back and tell me. But that's all I have heard and understand and know.
Civil unrest.
Is that is some orcs up there. And that is all I'm asking for, and I'm willing to pay.
Well, do you have a police force or a military force?
We don't need it. I don't know if this fool has been putting thoughts into your heads, enough of it, and if you enough of time dealing with y'all, if you don't want to do that, please leave my office. But,
no, I do. Don't pay attention to them. They just had a weird dream of sleeping. It's fine. We're fine. Just give me the document and we will be off.
He goes, here, deal with them, bring their heads back, and that will be payment.
Okay.
If not, then don't return.
All right. Thank you.
And Sildar's like going, he basically, Lizardor's, Harbin, we will deal with this. I have seen enough. I don't care who you think you are, but believe me, I am putting a request. Zalia, get back. Zalia, get back in there. You can't walk out. Hold on. I'm going to put a request in right now. I owe these individuals some money. So while my request for the money is being sent, I'm also exercising my authority as a member of the Lord's Alliance, that they established me as head regent of this area and of this town. So your time is of limited, shall we say. The light is blinking. I suggest that you get your affairs in order, because not a few more days will go by and I will be in charge now. I have seen enough. And Harbin goes, you wouldn't dare. And Sildar steps in, oh, I will, and I am. And he turns around and he slams the door on Harbin in his office. And he goes, enough of this pompous ass. Y'all can deal with the orc, but listen to me. When this authority has been assigned back over to me, I shall begin to clean up this town and this area. I will make you an offer. If I can know that you have my back and will help me in this cause, I will requisition for another 500 gold pieces to be given to each of you for your service.
Also,
And I
is
will
Harbin?
deputize you all.
All right. Is Harbin listening
Not right now.
to
He slammed.
us?
No, well, I don't know. You don't see him because Sildar slammed the door on the office.
All right. I'll wait to leave.
Now, did you see any doors into the chamber you were just in?
There was some windows behind him, and that was it. No.
Windows behind him, and that was it.
Yeah.
I see a couple of doors here.
He says,
And
no,
Can we?
He goes,
So, just real
can
quick,
we-
just real quick, furiously looking at Zalia. So, what was our plan here today? Because we were no, because we were supposed to come here to get answers and maybe do something about the Red Barons. And now we're on another quest to go kill orcs. We have no answers for any of the things that we have. We're just going on another mission and going nowhere with the answers. We were supposed to come here, get permission to be deputized, or get this mother, our little brother right here, deputized, and get this guy out so we can get on and get rid of the Red Barons so we can find the dwarf.
Red Brands. There's no Red Baron.
Red Brands.
There's
The
no
Red
airplane flying around.
The Red Brands.
Maybe the
Well,
red
shit.
bear.
Now Harbin for sure heard it. And y'all fucked up. So can we please leave the fucking town hall and talk about it outside?
Like Red Baron's better, I know. Red Barons. They got Snoopy logos on their chest.
We have no idea where we are. But this
Can I just start pushing them outside the town hall?
Yeah, you can. So Sildar, he goes,
Yeah.
y'all, he says, I leave you to, he says, you have a quest, continue on, see what else you can find.
Wait.
What?
Like, he's in a room outdoors by himself.
Harbin's
Right?
Harbin's in his office. And
Yes,
Sildar's
I just want to forge a fucking document.
Sildar's someone.
Say
Go ahead.
that we can literally have a position right now. I don't know how we're gonna fight our way out of here, but We don't know how many red barons he has, and if we
Red
want to start this
brands.
fight right now, red brands we have, but we are in a position to help Sildor take that position.
Sildar's told you that within 2 or 3 more days, he'll have the documents from the Lord Alliance that will give him the authority, and there's not a thing Harbin can do about it.
Not a thing Harbin can do about it unless we build his strength and power. And
that's what he said.
Zalia wants to make some money. Zalia.
I don't. Can you guys just walk out the goddamn town thing so we can talk?
Listen. You've already ruined all the plans of today. You've already ruined the plans of today. Just hold on.
Sildar says, stupid. I want to forge a document. I just needed a document to forge.
Did you tell Sildar that?
No, because he won't go outside.
Okay, no, he's not going outside. So he's basically saying, y'all head outside, he says, I can see that Zalia has something on her chest, needing to get off. Head on outside. I am going to go educate this pompous old fool some more. And I'm going to let him, he's really going, I've had enough of him. And I'm going to get a layout of this complex. I want to know what's here. He believes the jails. There's some jail cells over on the west side of the building. And he wants to know, but he says, I'm going to continue having word with this fool because you know what? I feel like it. I'm really going to show him who's the boss. And he opens the door and Harbin's basically sitting over there, got this worried look behind the desk. Y'all can kind of see it. And he looks up again and he goes, I'm not through with you yet, you fool. And he slams the door. Y'all begin to head toward the patio. Okay?
I think that was a good
all right. Now,
I'm just gonna say.
Okay, now will y'all listen
hold
to
on,
me?
Zoya. I'm hearing that the group's not going outside. Bert, are you saying you're staying in?
I would like to stay in, yeah.
Well, Sildar said to please leave. He said, head on outside, take
I
care of business.
I have great concern knowing
We can leave and go back in.
I have great concern that Zeldar could be in danger after letting the mayor know that he plans on taking his position and him being in charge of the gang that is currently running the city right now.
Okay, well, so I mean, that's perfectly legit. Doge, what are you doing? I heard that you weren't going to go outside either.
I just heard there's an opportunity for loot, and I'm just gonna find some corner to skulk in and wait for these fucking people to figure out what they want to do.
Okay, so here, I'm going to stop right. We're going to put everybody back here in the room. Zalia moves outside. I need Meek.
I guess I don't, since my only point to go outside was to talk to people.
Yeah, Meek's
But they won't listen.
Meek's kind of moving toward the door, kind of watching. He's kind of keeping an eye on Zalia, but he's watching the three of y'all. Y'all may move somewhere before we call it a night. Where you can, the door, Sildar shut the door.
I'm gonna look to Devious and I said, go outside, see what the tiefling wants, and let me know what she's talking about. I'm gonna just stay here for a moment.
Alright, I'll be back.
Okay. Devious moves outside next to Zalia. Okay. Please. Alright. And Doze, where are you moving to?
I just want to look at this guy and go, you know what? We don't even know this guy. Our party's outside. We need to stick with our party. I think we need to move outside. You have no movement left.
He's done. He's moved. He's staying inside. Bert is staying inside the building. Those you may move somewhere in the map. Okay. Place your movement, please.
Okay, so I've got a fireplace, a table, a bookcase. I got nothing.
There's a bench. That's a bench that's right. There's some windows and there's a bench right there, a double-sided bench that you could sit. Yeah, there's a fireplace. There's no other place you can skulk, though. That's correct. Unless you want to open a door and go in one of the rooms.
Oh my God. Party said, and they bailed on us. So at this point, I'm going to stick with majority and say good luck. Fudge. I cannot. I want to stick around and help you, but
I'm not fighting.
I'm not gonna fight either. But I want.
I look over to Doze. I say, it'd probably be for the best if you go outside, listen to the plan. I'll be out in just a minute. I don't plan on getting in any danger or causing any trouble. I just want to make sure our guy's safe.
Okay, so I'm gonna go skulk to where I don't see a door. Ish. Oh my God.
If anything goes wrong, we've got the Birdman to yell.
Yeah, he's watching. He's kind of got his he's kind of leaning up against the wall here next to the doors. You know, he checks there, and he looks back to you two, waiting for Doze to make a final movement, please. Okay, so she kind of moves over here and skulks on the ground. All right, so as we're holding right there, the two of you walk outside, and Zalia's trying to explain what she's doing. From around the corner,
Zalia DC.
Oh, did she really? Oh, man. Okay. So we're back here for a second. So I'm going to leave the map up but I'm trying to show y'all what's happening. We don't have a real good map. So y'all are, Devious and Zalia are basically standing on the porch. Let me explain what you're seeing right here. Right. Walking from the road that's right there to the south, coming around the corner right here, coming up from the road, are 4 individuals wearing just kind of, regular bandagey type clothing, but they have these red sashes, smocks across their bodies and all that. And they see Zalia and Devious sitting there, and they kind of point to the front porch, and they look at the little lassie with the horns. Maybe we should do something with those horns. Maybe she's feeling a little horny, and they kind of, they've got some big mugs, and they kind of slurring their words. Maybe her and the man there, put on a show for us. And they kind of walk up, and they basically stand up front of here. I'm gonna I really don't have a map right now to show you, but I will set it up for the next time. And they go, how about you? Oh, look, she's got a what is Zalia carrying? She's got a lyre. I think that's her instrument of choice. Lyre, she's got a lute. Okay. She goes, we won't make too much derogatory comments what we hold here, but they basically, maybe you can play for that and do a little dance for us, little girl. And the Devious, you're kind of looking at this, and they kind of grumble, you're not liking what they're saying. And the leader kind of looks at you and he goes, what are you going to do about it, old man? And he kind of, he makes his big loogie, and he just kind of spits at you and lands on the ground next to you. What do you say about that? And we'll hold.
I'm gonna cast
for the night.
Oh, darn.
No, we're gonna hold for the night.
I was gonna cast. I was going with the Thermography. I was gonna turn my eyes white, and I was gonna start talking in tongues and freak the fuck out of them and get them.
Well, you could try next time, my friend.
I will wait till next week.
So standing in the road before the front entrance, of the town hall, as Zalia's and you were talking, these 4 individuals have walked up, and they definitely, it looks like they've been drinking. They've got grimy scarlet cloaks, and they have got weapons, that they've got short swords. I think what they seem to be wearing here, we're actually boom, 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 boom. And they're itching for a little trouble. They can just tell, we're going to make the horny girl dance for us and play her lute, whether she likes it or not. And that's where we hold.
Try me, bud.
Oh, we're gonna, little girl. Try ya. All right. Ta-da. End scene. Till next time. Good job, guys. You're getting there. Y'all are working it. You're learning. You're gelling. Slowly but surely. Any questions or comments before we cut? Not about what just anything that happened up until this last moment. Right? The comments about the game.
I
What
just
would that
want to know
be,
what's
Doze?
everyone's wisdom.
You don't know?
Please. Because none of y'all are following me.
I don't want to follow. You didn't follow our plan, which was to not get another quest.
I don't remember that discussion.
You guys gotta learn to think outside the
To be
box. I'll
fair.
tell you that.
Yes,
To
get
be
out of the
fair.
box and go nowhere.
Well, it's going to be a cold night in Canada tonight. We can tell already.
Hope you like your spot in the corner because you probably sleep there.
Yep. So,
Oh my god.
hey, nobody said this is going to be easy. Y'all, you're learning each other's tactics and the way each other operates, and you're playing your characters. This is just how it goes. So,
You have to
yeah.
together though.
So you gotta figure it all out. And everybody's, I'm not making it easy at all. But folks, we appreciate it. It's good to see everybody. Players, good job as always. We will be back. We haven't streamed a couple of Saturday nights, just being tired and all that. But I've got a couple of. Go ahead.
Did you do the giveaway?
Oh, did I not do the giveaway? Holy moly!
I entered. Who won?
I totally forgot. Here we go. My bad. Oh my God. How did I know she was going to win that? How did we know? Murderous gets another Murderous B. Got a chest. Congratulations. Oh, you already gave it? Then she just got 2. Sorry, Jeff. That's fine. It is what it is. We'll be back. So we're going to figure out we're going to stream tomorrow. We probably will. We keep talking about it. I've got several. I've been busier lately with work-wise than I had even before all this fiasco, and I think I've said that before. But just been tired, and actually taking the Saturday night off has been good. But we may play some tomorrow night. Actually, the new XCOM. I saw a new couple of streams playing the new Cypher or Chimera deal, the new version of XCOM, and I'm a big XCOM fan, so I've been thinking about trying to put that together. So we may start doing that, but then we'll be back Sunday afternoon, 2:00 here on the channel for the British version of this game. It's just some British couples that are playing together, new beginners, and they're playing the same scenario, but they are 2 sessions basically behind this group.
You get all of the head starts.
Yeah.
All the not tos.
They don't know, they're not watching because they're asleep right now. So when we start, they're sleeping. I've let them know not to watch because that would ruin the game for them. And they unfortunately, then I don't think they would. And they could watch. There's tons of already versions of this out there on YouTube that you could watch if you really wanted to know what was going on. So it's not like I can't stop anyway. But I don't think you would want to ruin it for yourself. But yeah, yes, Josh, I said that new XCOM. I love the new version of the game, and I still have the original ones. I have the original ones on disc, but I also bought them on GOG, and I've been thinking about going back and playing the original XCOM on the stream. I thoroughly love that game. But anyway, once again, good job, players. We're going to cut it here. I'm going to call it an evening. Folks, check us for tomorrow night on Discord. We may be about and about if we stream something, but we'll definitely be back Sunday, 2 o'clock, for the British invasion of Lost Mines. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.